Fist flying, no bounds. Podcast kings, we pound for pound. UFC thrills, stills nights get loud. Big EQB, that's how we get down.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GRP. Holy shit, did you just see what happened with Kill and Cell killed versus fuck, I forgot, he just got murked. But Hakparas, I don't know why the hell I just spaced his name, but I'm having some issues, not with the podcast. I'm having issues with logging into shitty ass ESPN, and that's because it sucks now. When they switch things over, I don't know if you saw the revamp that happened. When they switch things over, I've been having trouble logging in on my laptop to be able to watch the fights on the laptop, and that's just super irritating. I don't know why the hell they switched things to the point where now it's just stupid issues. You can't even log in. So I'm sitting here waiting for it to log in. I can still watch the fights because I have a TV, but I don't want to be looking up like this because I usually have this set up for the watch parties when I have people live in studio, and I don't have people in here today. So I'm just sitting here with me. So I want to just watch them in the screens in front of me. And, you know, unfortunately, that's not going to happen because ESPN sucks. So good thing it's moving to Paramount at this point. I mean, who knows? Maybe they don't give a shit because of the fact that, you know, the fights are moving. But like anybody that watches on a laptop, if you do now, let me know, because if if you have a problem, I'd like to know if you were able to fix it or not. But either way, I'm going to be watching the fights. I'm going to be live reacting, commenting on all the fights. Simon's in the chat. What's up, Simon? Hopefully we got things going well here on YouTube. I also went live on TikTok a few minutes ago. Just gonna be a little behind the scenes stuff going on, basically, and I will pay attention to the chat as I can. I'll have both chats going. At some point in time, I want to dual stream, going from this channel, going from this setup, not have to do it from my phone. I have it on my phone right now on TikTok, but yeah, I'm just kind of checking things out and seeing what's going on with both. Yeah, so that's it for now. I did not do the fight wheel predictions on Thursday because I had a guest in, which was Mike from Mike Talks, which I was happy to have him in. It was a fun conversation. We got to talk about a lot of content creation, YouTube stuff, and on top of all that, we broke down the fights and everything for UFC 321, which is about to start. So it was a fun and good time, and I just didn't want to mess with the fight wheel at the moment. So while we're here, I want to go ahead and, oh damn, I meant to do that. I want to go ahead and throw that fight wheel up there and get the fight wheel predictions before this main card gets started. That way we have a quick, you know, kind of thought as to what the fight wheel predicts. So we got Mario Bautista for the first fight for the fight wheel predictions. Let me get down to where I can actually interact with this. What am I doing? There it is. Okay, so Bautista is the first one, and he is going to beat Nurmagomedov according to the fight wheel predictions. So that's what I do with this fight wheel. I have it predict randomly what is going to happen in the fights, and then we check back and see what, you know, what comes of these predictions. So far we have Nurmagomedov getting beat by Mario Bautista according to the fight wheel predictions. Let's see what the next one is. We got 5 fights on the main card, 2 title fights: Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern, Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. And now the fight wheel predicts the second fight, which is Almeida to beat Alexander Rakic. So, yeah, I don't know about that one, but, oh, what the hell? Okay, I don't know what that is. That just popped up. But anyway, Almeida to beat Rakic. So that's a prediction for sure. I don't know how that one's gonna go. That's not really what we were talking about on the podcast on Thursday, but it is what it is. So let's see what the Fight Wheel has next for the predictions. 2 fights down, Bautista and Almeida to be the first winners. And now it's predicting, oh shit, for the new strawweight title, the new strawweight champion for the UFC to regain that vacant title, or to gain that vacant title, Mackenzie Dern. And that is what I was picking. So that is a fun pick. To beat Virna Jandiroba. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think it's going to be a close fight. I don't know that we're going to see anything, anyone run away with it. I think it's going to be close. So we'll see if Dern can pull it out as the Fight Wheel predicts. Let's go. We got 2 more fights left for the Fight Wheel predictions. And right now we got Tom Aspinall in the main event to beat Cyril Gane and defend his undisputed heavyweight championship for the first time. That's a good call. That's kind of what I see happening as well. So the Fight Wheel predicts those two the way that I see them going. And we have 1 more fight left. Alexander Volkov versus Azamat Murzakanov for the last Fight Wheel prediction. Oh, I know what that is. Alexander Volkov to win, to beat the undefeated Azamat Murzakanov. So there's your Fight Wheel predictions. Let me finish putting that up there. We got Bautista to beat Nurmagomedov, Almeida to beat Rakic, Dern to become the new strawweight championship of the UFC, beating Virna Jandiroba, Tom Aspinall to defend his undisputed heavyweight title, and Alexander Volkov to beat the undefeated Murzakanov, Azamat Murzakanov. So there you go. Those are your Fight Wheel predictions. We got them done. So there's that little bit of music to go along with it. Okay, so stream elements. This is okay. I see what's happening here. This is I was looking to see if I could find a way to automate getting rid of the bots on the chat when we go live. Obviously it shows that it's trying to get us to click on a link. They spam the chat. So stream elements has a thing where they have a bot, and it's like, I don't know, it's supposed to help with like moderation and stuff instead of just having a mod, which I wouldn't mind having a mod at some point in time, but I don't know if anybody really wants to do that. I had King Terzi, who jumps in here every once in a while, was asking about doing it, and I looked into it, and then he never got back in here, so I'm not sure what happened with that. But he was going to be a mod for a little bit, and so if anybody's interested, I guess, but I don't know. I kind of would prefer to do it with someone that's here all the time and stuff like that. But anyway, we have to nuke those stupid comments that come in, and they're just spamming a link trying to get you to click on something, and it happens with all the streams everywhere. But it picks up on the fact that I'm talking about watching the fights, and of course that's what they're trying to drive traffic to. It's just spam bullshit. So don't click on it. And I try to get rid of it as quickly as possible, but especially when I'm in here with other people, it's tough. It's a little bit tough because I'm not paying attention, and then I have to stop everything I'm doing just to get rid of them and report it and all that bullshit. But either which way, we are here for UFC 321, getting ready to get started on watching the main card for UFC 321. Once again, the ESPN login page for a desktop version or a laptop version is trash, garbage. It won't even bring up the login. I don't know if anybody knows how to get past that. Somebody fucking hit me up, like, let me know, because I can't seem to get in. I've refreshed over and over. I cleared my cache. I even tried another browser the other day, if I remember correctly. Let's see, maybe I'll try that again, see if that gets me somewhere. ESPN Plus. Well, it's not ESPN Plus anymore, right? But either way, I should be able to get, it takes me to the page, and it just doesn't let me in. I don't know why. So I'm going to see what happens if I get to, oh shit. You know what? I might have just figured it out. ESPN. What up, Trent? How you doing? I hope you're having fun out there in California. But man, what is going on? Okay. Yeah, I'm just having some issues here, but I'm working through it, and I think I might be finding what to do here. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Fuck yeah, I got it. So now I can have it on my screens in front of me instead of looking up, because that's annoying. Plus, now I can also have the sound in my ear, which is good. And I prefer that. So this is awesome. I got it figured out. Anyway, yeah, so now we're here ready to go. I'm hoping that everything is working fine on both sides. If you're in TikTok, let me know if my audio sounds okay. I didn't even check. Oh shit. It seems like possibly. Uh-oh. I clicked out of the live. That's not good. Let me get back in. Okay. So I'm back. Hopefully it sounds okay. I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell from this side, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Anyway, it's just on a trial basis. Getting ready to watch UFC 321. And yeah, we did the fight wheel predictions. And now we're ready for the main fights. Anyway, Nasrat Haqparast and Quillan Selkilde was the fight that just happened. And holy shit, was that badass. I don't know if you guys watched that. Oh, good. Thanks, Trent. I appreciate you for checking that. Yeah, that was a badass fight. I cannot believe the head kick knockout from Quillan Selkilde. Flattened him out, face plant on the canvas. It was nuts. So, whew, that was nice. Yeah. So that was a badass way to move into the main card, and I'm just here ready for the main card to start. If you're watching, make sure that you like this video while you're here, please. Even if you click out, just throw me a like and then come back later or something. But when the fights start, I'm going to be doing kind of some play-by-play stuff, you know, talking about the fights as they happen live, reacting to them live, obviously. And then as soon as, you know, the fights get going, it's nonstop. So right now, I just started a little bit early because I was getting started with the TikTok stuff. Because like I said, it's the first time I've ever really done it, and I've never really jumped in here like this, so I thought I'd get it going. I'm doing it on my phone. I do want to dual stream at some point in time from the laptop, so that way everything can come across like it does here on YouTube. But it is what it is for the moment. I'm just doing it on as a trial basis. I know Clark, Golf and Glory, who's usually in here for the watch parties when I have people in studio, has gone live before as we've been podcasting, just with the, you know, the camera on him as we're talking and shit. So I don't know how well that comes across. I never really watched it because I was in here live with him. So hopefully this will work. And if you're into the UFC and watching, I will be going play by play and reacting to all the main card fights live. So that's what I'm doing here. Going Rounds podcast. Go over to YouTube if you want to see the full kind of live that's happening there. Otherwise, interact with me here on the chat in TikTok or on the chat in YouTube. Let me know who you got for these fights. Who do you got for the main, you know, the main event and the co-main event, the two title fights, Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern for the vacant strawweight title. I've said it over and over and over again, but it's one of those things where, you know, we just keep talking about it. So I'm rooting for Mackenzie Dern. The fight wheel predictions from the Going Rounds podcast predicted Mackenzie Dern as the new strawweight champion. So we'll see if that follows through. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a close fight, and we'll have to wait and see what happens when the fight actually goes down. And then we have Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane happening for the main event. The undisputed heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall, you know, he had the belt because Jon Jones retired. Some would say ducked Tom Aspinall. Aspinall had the interim championship for a while, and he even defended it at one point in time. So he was waiting for that Jon Jones matchup, and it just never came. Jon Jones decided to retire. Now he's saying that he is coming back and wanting to fight on that White House card. So we'll see what happens. If Tom Aspinall can beat Cyril Gane, maybe that's his next fight. And maybe he wants to stay super active and he gets it done quickly here. And then he jumps in and defends it one more time before that, because that's not till June of next year. So I highly doubt he's going to wait that long, especially if he wins and wins in a big way on this fight. So yeah, it's interesting, man. There's a lot of moving parts going on right now in the UFC, and everything that's happening with, you know, the heavyweight division has kind of been stale. We had, you know, Jon Jones just taking a lot of time in between when he was going to fight and stuff. Josh, the fights are on right now. My buddy Josh, who's been here on the watch parties with me before, is he's texting me and he's like, we're going to a Halloween party tonight, so I'm kind of happy that the fights are on during the day so I can do the watch party during the day. And he's texting me asking me if I'm gonna have our friend who's having the party put the fights on tonight, and I'm like, dude, the fights are on right now. Let me just inform him as to what's happening. If he pays attention. Oh, shit. Well, I just messed up my text, but that's okay. Let me see what's... Okay. Anyway, enough of that. I'll let him figure it out. I know my wife says Josh with the face to the or a hand to the face. That's how I feel too. What is he doing? Oh shit! Here comes the bots. Like I said, stupid bots. Now I got to get rid of that. Oh shit. Where am I at? I have too many screens going. Let me find this. But this is the bad part about live streaming. Sometimes you get these stupid bots in here, and then you have to get rid of them, or otherwise they just take up your chat. So if you're in here and you're chatting, just say hi, say what's up, tell me your picks for the fights, so we can get rid of the chats or the bots on the screen, because it's annoying. And hopefully I don't have to fight this too much, but I'm sure it's going to keep happening. So, as you can see in that bottom left-hand corner is the chat. You will see any of your chats that you put up, any of them actually that you put up will be on the screen right there. I'm fighting Josh. I might have to slap him myself when I see him later. What a nerd. He said, "Oh, for real?" I'm like, "No, fool. I'm just messing around. I'm just joshing you, Josh. Get on the live and find out, man." He's all about it when he's in here live, but when I'm live, it's like, you know, I don't think he pays attention. It's okay. He's busy. Everybody's busy. I'm just giving him shit. But anyway, we're just waiting for this UFC 321 card to get started here. I'm excited for most of these fights, honestly. On this main card, we have Rakic versus Murzakanov for the first fight of the night. That will be the first one that pops up here pretty quickly. We're 10 minutes in to the start time of the card, and we don't have a fight yet, so it'll be coming soon. But for now, I am just chit-chatting, yapping, waiting for this main card to start. I'm looking at Tom Aspinall and Mackenzie Dern for my top two picks. Bautista versus Nurmagomedov is interesting, man. Bautista is getting counted out quite a bit, I think. So I feel like he's definitely going to come out, swinging and ready to make a point. He wants to show and prove that everyone that's doubting him is wrong. And he's on a 7-8 fight win streak, I think, some shit like that, which is crazy. But Nurmagomedov is coming off the loss to Merab Dvalishvili, and he's looking to definitely bounce back from that. And we'll see how that works for him, because a lot of times you get these undefeated fighters that haven't lost ever, and then when they finally do, it just kind of weighs on them heavy. So we'll see how well he bounces back from that. I'm looking forward to that fight. I think it's going to be a good one. And then let me see. I'm trying to get all of my stuff in order here. I got so many damn screens going on, and now to put it in to make it even worse, I got the phone over here that I'm trying to watch to see if anybody's in the chat, but it's all good. We make it work. I'm in here by myself. I don't have all kinds of outside distractions. When I have the watch party with the guys, I want to entertain with them. I want to entertain them. I want them to be jumping in and talking during the podcast as well. So I'm just trying to, help them engage and stuff like that. Plus, I'm trying to run the stream. So it's a lot of work. So if you've ever done it, TikTok Live is a lot of work in itself. If you really want to put forth effort into it. This is just the first time I've really gone live like this during a watch party. So I'm just testing it out, checking it out, seeing how it goes. It is what it is. I'm not looking for much out of it except for some engagement and interaction. I want to hear from people on TikTok too. I know most of the time people are going to TikTok trying to find a stream that somebody's actually streaming the fights, but obviously you can't do that because then your channel gets shut down. There's ways around it, and there's ways to kind of get away with it, but I'm not about to try to do that. So I apologize. If you're in here to try to watch the actual fights as they happen, that's not going to happen here. So I'm sorry. And same thing with YouTube. I can't show the fights. So if you're in here to watch the fights as they are played on TV, you're not going to get that. So, it is what it is. But as far as everything else goes, Alexander Volkov versus Jailton Almeida as well is happening in the third fight. The second fight of the night after Rakic versus Murzakanov. And that's an interesting fight as well, considering Volkov is more of a striker, but he's a good all-around fighter. And Jailton Almeida is definitely more of a ground fighter and a jiu-jitsu specialist. So that's going to be an interesting fight to see what Volkov can do to keep it on the feet and what Almeida is going to do to get it on the ground and get to that dominant position. We now have Azamat Murzakanov walking out to the cage, getting ready. Finally got these main card fights started. And yeah, I'm excited for this first fight. Alexander Rakic. It's been is it on ESPN Plus or just pay-per-view, Josh? This is a pay-per-view. So unfortunately, if you don't want to buy it, then yeah, you're screwed. I'm sorry. And I don't know if you saw, but Michelle says she's gonna fight you because you didn't know that the fights were on right now. That shit's hilarious. I said I might smack you later because you should know better, but I understand you're busy and you got things going on, so I won't give you too much shit. But just so you know, I am live on TikTok as well, Josh, for the first time. So if you want to, get away from YouTube for a minute and want to listen to me on TikTok, go for it. You probably don't want to hear my stupid voice anymore. You hear it enough, I'm sure. LOL, my bad. I thought it was oh, you thought it was like a fight night, huh? With two title fights, man, you got a lot of hope for what the UFC is willing to give us. Just kidding. We're getting all of them for free starting January. So you're not that far off. Your ignorance is not that far off. I hope you're ready for this party tonight. We have a Halloween party going on tonight. I don't know what the hell Josh is going to dress up as, but he's had some good costumes back in the day. I'm excited for the free fights. Yeah, fuck. So the fuck am I. I think we all are. So, but yeah, I'm wondering. Hey, Tommy, what's up, Tommy? In the TikTok chat, saying the name that I don't necessarily like. but it is funny. Yeah, so going to a Halloween party tonight. That's why I'm glad the fights are on today. I can do the watch party and I get to focus on the fights. When I do the watch parties by myself, I can do a little more play-by-play. Like I said, I like to interact with the guys when they're in here. One of those guys being Josh, that's in here a lot. It's a really fun night when we get to do the watch parties together. But during the day, you know, everybody's busy. It's different. I watch all the fights regardless. I buy all the fights regardless. So I figure I might as well keep going and do a watch party alone and make it a little bit of a different kind of watch party. So this is fun to do for me. I love it. I watch this shit no matter what. So that's why, I mean, you want to talk about feeling good about the fights becoming all free. I've been paying the price that they ask for over and over and over again for the longest of fucking times. I've spent so much goddamn money on watching pay-per-views. It's insane. Shawnee, what's up? Love these overseas cards because they're early in the US. No doubt, man. 100%. Shawnee in the chat for YouTube. And he's in here a lot when I'm doing the watch parties especially. So I appreciate that support. Yeah. And we're here getting ready. Alexander Rakic hugging his corner, getting some water, getting Vaselined up. And he's about to walk in the cage. So we will get started with this first fight here pretty quickly. Alexander Rakic to beat Murzakanov, I believe is what the fight wheel said. Let's take a look real quick. I'll switch over. Bautista, Almeida, Dern, Aspinall, Volkov. Why did I not get the Rakic one in there? Did I miss one? I might have missed one. I did that so fast. It is what it is. How did I miss that? Maybe I just didn't write it down. I'm pretty sure it called for Rakic. I'll fix that though. Here we go. So here's the first visual going on. Josh, what's up? In the TikTok now. There's a little bit of a breakdown, a quick recap of MMA records, UFC records, their records in KO, TKO, submissions, decisions, what they did last. And up in that top left corner, now that that's gone away, anytime that the fight is ongoing, you will see who's fighting up in that top left corner, just so everybody knows that if you haven't been here before, that's what I do during the watch parties when I'm here alone. So we're getting ready here. How Rakic makes 205 is crazy. Yeah, he's huge. It's crazy. But Murzakonov's thick. So he looks bigger when you look at them, but when you see them in person next to each other, yeah, Rakic is huge. So it's kind of crazy. And he's ripped up, so it's, I guess, more impressive in that fact. Less spam on TikTok? Yeah, no doubt. So here we go. Getting ready to get started here. Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. To start off the main card of UFC 321, I'm happy I figured out how to get it on my laptop so I don't have to be looking up. That's going to look weird for TikTok and for YouTube. So I'm glad that I got that going. So I'll be facing the camera a little more for TikTok when it comes down to watching the actual fight. But I have chats up for both. So if you're in either one of these live streams, hit up that chat. I like to interact. I like to talk about what's going on and answer any questions. So I know most bigger light heavyweight guys walk around 235, 240 pounds, but still, yeah, you know, those weight cuts are crazy. And when they cut the weight, you know, just to make the weight, and then they get back up to whatever weight they walk around at. So some of these guys are able to cut a lot of weight. So when they walk back in the cage, they're way bigger than you would expect. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, which is why a lot of these guys, when they start to get older and the weight cuts get harder, they jump up because it's just easier. That's more of where they're at with their normal walk around weight. Hopefully, neither one of these live streams. Well, I know Shane Gillis first round win. Kaku, what's up? What's up, Kaku? Welcome in. Are you? I assume you're calling Murzakanov Shane Gillis. Oh no, Aspinall. You're talking main event. I was looking at the fighters right now, but yeah, Tom Aspinall definitely looks like Shane Gillis. That's hilarious. we'll see what happens with this first fight. Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. Should be a good one to get this main card started. Murzakanov's 15-0, undefeated, and Rakic is looking to hand him his first loss. So we'll see how that goes down. Kaku, how do you have him winning? You said first round win, but what are you thinking? Submission, KO, TKO? What are you thinking? Shawnee, what's your picks for the two title fights? Here we go, about to get started with this first fight of the night. Beginning of round one right now. There's always going to be a bit of a filling out process, but Rakic is throwing low kicks and high kicks quickly. So we'll see how that works out for him and what he does with it. Good leg kicks from Rakic. Aspinall, second round knockout for Josh. Okay. I hear you on that one. I mean, he has been kind of finishing fights quickly. So he doesn't usually make it past the first round, but I do think that Cyril Gane is one of those guys that is athletic enough to and is skilled enough to be able to get him into a little bit of deeper waters. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there. A lot of filling out here. Rakic just throwing the kicks quite a bit. Murzakanov on the defense. Hasn't really done a whole lot with the offense so far. Rakic going for the takedown. Backing him up to the cage. Doesn't get the takedown, but still has him with his back against the cage for Murzakanov. Just holding him. Rakic is not really doing much with it. There we go. Some knees up the middle for Rakic. Ooh, foot stomps. Ugh, that's old school, and that would suck. I would hate to get foot stomped like that. Somebody dropping their heel on the top of your foot sucks. These guys deal with it nicely, but oh, there goes Murzakanov throwing a couple combinations. Or a couple right hands, I should say. Damn, Rakic really does look bigger than fucking like way bigger. Good body kick by Rakic, damn. And back to the leg kicks. Goes for the single leg. Wrapped him up. Murzakanov just holding on. Good defense there. And Rakic takes him down, but Murzakanov rolls him over. And Murzakanov gets out. Back on their feet. Body shot by Murzakanov. Yeah, Murzakanov is pretty fast. That's what they're saying on the broadcast right now. And I mean, I guess I didn't realize Murzakanov is one of those guys that I haven't really paid a ton of attention to, even though he's like 5-0 in the UFC. Oh shit, Murzakanov with the big right hand. And there it is. First round knockout for Murzakanov. He continues on his undefeated path. 16-0 now for Murzakanov. First round TKO win. Oh shit. Now he's talking shit to Rakic? What the fuck? Holy shit, man. He didn't say much. He just said, let's go. And it's like, why are you talking shit, bro? You just knocked him out. Like, the dude got up to congratulate him, and he's talking shit. But that's how the game goes. Holy shit. First round KO. That is nuts. That's a good way to start off the fight. I think it was, it was like a short straight right hand down the middle. Rakic takes it right to the chin, falls to the ground and turtles up. And, ooh, that was a damn, like, such a flush shot. Rakic just dropped to the ground. Wow. That's a great way to start the first fight of the night for the main card. I wasn't really seeing that happen, honestly. But Murzakanov was just waiting for that perfect shot, and he took advantage. Just a quick right, straight right to drop him. And I think the fight wheel was wrong on that one, because I'm pretty sure the fight wheel predicted Rakic for the win on that one. And yeah, and I think we were talking about, with Mike Talks on the podcast on Thursday, I believe he was leaning towards Rakic, but I'm not sure if that was his final pick or not. Man, I wasn't seeing. I was thinking Rakic was gonna get that win. Murzakanov, 16-0 now. Holy shit. So in his previous fights, because he was 5-0 in the UFC, now he's 6-0. He had 4 out of his 5 wins in the UFC were TKO wins, mostly in the third round, 1 in the second round, 1 in the first round. I don't understand the co-main, but I forgot Zhang Weili vacated her belt because she wants to fight Valentina. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit weird that Mackenzie Dern got that fight, because she doesn't have like all kinds of wins put together. She's not on a huge win streak or anything like that. But I don't think that weight class is very deep. So when it comes down to it, you know, she's great when it comes to popularity, probably a lot for the fact that she's such a good looking woman, honestly. And that brings a lot of attention. I saw something, popular pick, Shawnee just said that. Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. So I saw something that was putting up the final face-offs between the main and co-main event, and looking at the analytics, the amount of people that had saw the reel from Aspinall versus Gane was like 3.6 million on the UFC's Instagram. And then for Jandiroba versus Dern, it was like 5.8 million or some shit like that. Now that just, like Shawnee said, it was the popular pick, because not only was that showing them facing off, but it was on a back angle from behind Dern that also included a shot of her ass. So, you know, that sells. She likes to, ceremonial, official weigh-ins, any of it, she likes to go out there in like basically underwear. The Venom stuff that they give them, it's a sports bra and underwear. And yeah, that it doesn't stay nicely on the, you know, covering up her ass. It goes in. So I donated to that cameraman. No doubt, man. He definitely gave us all a gift. I don't know if the UFC is like all about that, but those cameramen know what they're doing when they do it. And it's kind of hard, man. Like Mackenzie doesn't really cover it up at all. What the hell? Steve Harvey's out there. Abu Dhabi. That's crazy. Jean Silva's out there. But yeah, so it's kind of nuts. Like, I don't know. It is what it is, you know, but Mackenzie Dern has a lot of good skills either way. She's a fucking fantastic Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist. She's a multiple champion in various different areas in jiu-jitsu. So that's why, I mean, between that and her popularity, I would assume that'd be why she was able to, you know, get this title shot. Looking at, hold on, let me find that button. There we go. Okay, so that fight's over. First fight of the night ends in the first round, by the way. TKO win for Azamat Murzakanov, beating Alexander Rakic, in case you are just catching up. But that was a fun way to start off that first fight. Let me take a look at Mackenzie Dern's, since we're talking about Mackenzie Dern. If Tapology will stop giving me issues. I don't understand what's going on right now, man. All these websites are just acting up. I don't think it's me, because I have these problems a lot, whether I'm on my phone or on my laptop here. But Tapology has a lot of pop-ups too, which is kind of shitty. Let's take a look at Mackenzie Dern. It just popped up finally. And she is 10-5 in the UFC. She's coming off a win over Amanda Hebos, where she got a armbar win and a performance in the night bonus in the third round of that fight. I thought Tatiana Suarez should have got the title fight. I don't know, man, because I think Tatiana lost one and won one. I guess if she was still on that win streak that she was on before, I feel like maybe it would have been more called for. I think they're just worried about her with her injuries and all that. So I think they want her to be able to just be more consistent, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. But Mackenzie Dern is on a 2-fight win streak. Lupi Godinez was her second fight that she won. She got handed an L by Amanda Lemos in a fight of the night, unanimous decision loss back in February of last year. She had 2 losses in a row because then before that she lost to Jessica Andrade. So yeah, man, it's a little weird because her record's riddled with losses in between the wins. Wins, loss, a couple losses, a couple wins. So it's kind of weird that she did get that title shot. I mean, the UFC isn't really consistent with the way they give away title shots a lot of times. Sometimes, the number 9 guy will get the title shot as opposed to the number 3 guy. It's just a matter of what's happening in the moment. Jandiroba is on a 5-fight win streak. So, I mean, obviously she definitely deserved that title shot, beating Yan Xiaonan, Amanda Lemos, Lupi Godinez, Marina Rodriguez, and Angela Hill. Her last loss was to Amanda Hebos, who is Mackenzie Dern's last win. So she lost to Zhang, which was her first loss before. Yeah, oh man, fucking bots. Remove. Stupid bots. Maybe I should report some of these. Bots and YT suck, just so everyone knows. It's annoying as shit. Unwanted commercial content or spam. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Okay, so she lost to Zhang, which is her first loss before beating Amanda Lemos. She does get injured a lot. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Suarez, you're talking about Tatiana. Yeah, and that's the thing is, between the injuries and the fact that she had that loss, I don't know that they felt like they wanted to give her another title shot right away. So maybe that's why, especially for, the fact that for sure Virna deserves it. Yeah, 100%. But as far as like giving her another title shot right away after losing to Wei Li, I don't know that they wanted to do that. So who knows, man? It is what it is. We're here now, and this is going to be the fight tonight. So it may not make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but it is what it is. And we'll see if Mackenzie Dern can get it done, because then she shows and proves why she got that title shot, because she was good enough to beat Virna. She's beat her in the past, so this is a rematch. She beat her by decision, so it's not like she beat her in a, crazy fashion. It was a while back too. I think it was like 2021. No, 2020. Unanimous decision win back at UFC 256. So surrounding that fight, she had a lot of performance of the night bonuses. The 2 fights before and the 1 fight after, she had Mackenzie Dern had performance in the night bonuses. So, she does get a lot of bonuses, which means, interesting fights for her when it comes down to it. So I guess, yeah, I mean, she deserves it one way or the other. It is what it is. That is your co-main event. Now we got second fight of the night on the main card coming up. Jailton Almeida walking out to the cage right now. He's going to be fighting Alexander Volkov in the heavyweight division for the second fight of the night on UFC 321's main card. Make sure if you're here on either one of these live streams, you drop a like, please. I would appreciate that. It helps me out with everything. And you're here already anyway, so you might as well throw it in there. Somebody drop something in the chat for me real quick, like in YT, please. Just because, yeah, it looks like I saw Shawnee said something. Said for sure Virna deserves it, but it didn't pop up anywhere. And now I'm wondering what's going on here. Oops. I might have to Okay, it is active. So what's going on? There we go. Maybe that'll do it. Shawnee says, I'm just a fan of Suarez's wrestling after losing to Zhang in February and just beat Amanda Lemos in September. So glad to see her healthy. I think the co-main is going to be good. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. Now everything's starting to work. And of course, we got bots again. God damn it. This is so annoying, man. I need to figure something out for this because it just happens so often and it just sucks. Because I want everybody's chats to pop up on the screen, and instead we get this stupid shit. So yeah, hopefully we can get rid of that here pretty quick. Jon Almeida, really good on the ground. He's pretty fast for his size. His striking isn't up to par with a lot of the other guys, but he still has striking. I mean, he's all around decent, pretty good fighter regardless. I just don't know if Volkov has his striking on point, he might not be able to handle the striking of Volkov. So Almeida's 8-1 in the UFC, coming off of a 2-fight win streak with wins over Alexander Romanov by submission. And shit, he beat Sergey Spivak by TKO, punches from back mount. So still on the ground. He knows how to utilize the ground and pound. He got a performance of the night bonus in that last fight against Spivak, which was in January of this year. So, he can do it, but on the feet, when he's not in a dominant position, I think he is a little bit of a detriment for him on that one. His last loss was a TKO loss by hammer fist to Curtis Blades in the second round back in March of 2024. He's got, most of his TKO wins are ground and pound stuff, which is because he gets people to the ground, and that's where he likes to work. And you know what? If he finds the opening for that ground and pound, he uses it, and it works for him. So, he can do it. It's just on the feet alone, it doesn't really work out for him for the most part. We'll see if that's changed at all. We got Alexander Volkov getting to the cage right now. Alexander Volkov is where are we at? 12-5 in the UFC. He's coming off a loss to Cyril Gane, which a lot of people think was a robbery there, thinking that Volkov could have got that win. But it is what it is, and that's now Gane's coming off. Now Gane's in here getting ready to fight for the title, which is crazy. But Volkov's looking to bounce back from that loss. That was back in December of last year. Split decision too, which that meant it was a pretty close fight. And Gane comes out with the win, so he's looking to bounce back from that. He also beat Sergey Pavlovich, Tai Tuivasa, Alexander Romanov, and Jairzinho Rozenstruik for a 4-fight win streak before he lost to Cyril Gane. So, coming off a loss, he's looking to beat Jon Almeida. Almeida's on a 2-fight win streak. There's your breakdown of all of the records in all of the categories, including full MMA record, UFC record. And here's Bruce Buffer to announce them, and we'll get going on this second fight of the night for the main card of UFC 321. It's early over here. I don't know. I mean, it's not like super early, but it's like 11:30, 11:40 where I'm at. I don't know what time it is for you guys. Listen, it's close enough to noon. I'm gonna get started drinking. I was drinking for the early cards when we had the what was it? One of the Asian cards or something when it was like 7 a.m. I was still having an old fashioned. You know what? When the fights are on, I gotta have at least one. I'll supplement it with drinking some Twisteds. It is what it is. If you're of age, you know what I'm talking about. Rent Free says Tom by TKO in 3. Okay. Shawnee, dude, what is happening with... Okay, I'm getting annoyed because my chat is acting up. Let me switch over. And here comes the bots again. This is what's killing me. As chatters, we get to block spam names, so it's not too bad. Oh, got you. Yeah, I mean, I do try to block them too, but damn, they just keep coming. Rent Free, what's up? Welcome in. It's Saturday. Cheers, definitely. Tom by TKO in round 3. All right. Shawnee says pouring one now. Hell yeah. It's a bot takeover. Yeah, I know. It's fucking stupid. I know people say you might have made it if you got bots, but listen, I don't want them at all. So we'll see if we can get that to stop. Here we go. Start of round 1. Volkov versus Almeida jumps in for the quick takedown. He gets a single leg. He's trying to work it, and he gets Volkov down to the ground. That's not a good sign for Volkov. Holy shit. That was a quick one. He's not doing much with it right now. Volkov is holding him back with an elbow, and his other hand, he's controlling one of the arms. Almeida's just kind of sitting there at the moment, so we'll see what happens. Oh, Volkov throwing some elbows. Might have hit the back of the head. And now we have a warning coming from the ref. Almeida's looking to get in a better position here. Volkov has control of one of his arms. Almeida's in half guard at the moment. Volkov has the guard closed. Almeida's just looking for an opening, but Volkov has got some good defense going at the moment. And now the crowd's booing. Volkov's just looks like he's looking for a way to maybe turn something around or pop out of this. Almeida's just putting pressure, keeping his body on top, staying heavy. Volkov let go of that arm, so now Almeida's got his arms wrapped around the upper body of Volkov. Not moving much, though, so the crowd's getting a little rowdy. Yeah, there's no action. The ref has warned him already, so maybe they'll stand him up here. We got 3 minutes left in the first round. Volkov trying to work his way up. His back is super red. I don't know if he's sunburned or he's just... what is this? Okay, I guess TikTok's just trying to verify I'm not a bot. Man, Almeida is just, he's not doing a whole lot. Volkov looks like he's trying to turn it over now, finally. Almeida's just sitting there holding on. I don't know why. I mean, the ref hasn't done much except for give him a soft warning, kind of. There we go. Volkov turns it around, is now on top. Almeida's on his butt, though, not on his back. Yeah, Volkov's definitely got to get some striking going on down there on the ground. If he can just start putting Almeida in some danger. But Almeida does have his arms wrapped up, so I guess that's a good thing for him as far as defense goes. He's holding on for dear life to one of those legs. Now Volkov is throwing some elbows. He's got to watch the back of the head, though. Almeida keeps moving his head to where he's exposing the back of his head, which is smart, I guess, for defense. But for Volkov, in the middle of throwing those elbows down, Almeida's turning his head, so that kind of sucks. He also has new hair and facial hair after every fight. Who does? Volkov? His back is red because he adds more red to his back tattoo every fight. Oh, no, I'm talking like his skin, not his tattoo. His skin just looks red. Like the top of, like the lower part of his neck, his shoulders. That's why I was saying it looked red. I didn't know if that was just because of the pressure getting on his back or what. But yeah, he's always adding to that tattoo. That tattoo is pretty sick. Volkov is on his feet now. Almeida's holding on for dear life to one of his legs. He will not let it go. Volkov back down to his knee. And now he's trying to turn things around and get on top of Almeida, which he just did. Now he's dropping some elbows. Almeida's turtling up, trying to hold that posture of Volkov and keep his head out of danger. What is the ref saying? Oh shit, now he's dropping big elbows. He's got to watch the back of the head though. He's already been warned. Almeida is smart with the way he's putting the back of his head out there to get hit. Oh, and some punches now. We got 4 seconds left. Almeida's going to survive. He got beat up quite a bit on the ground though. Taking some heavy punches from that ground and pound. Let's see if he dives in for that leg again. I told you he doesn't want any part of that striking on the feet. So yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm so glad that the chat on the screen is working because the rest of the chat is not working. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's so annoying. Shawnee said, I think when you have really white skin, it turns red more. His forehead looks red as well. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't realize his forehead until just now, but his back, it kind of looked like a sunburn. He definitely is pretty white though. So, Almeida's corner is telling him he did good, but I don't know, man. Here we go. Getting ready to start the second round. Let's see what Almeida does. He jumped for that leg right away, and he did get Volkov down in the first round, and it stayed on the ground for the most part the entire round. Volkov's breathing kind of heavy. We'll see what happens here. Oh, Almeida staying on the feet for the moment. Volkov needs to get his striking working here so he can really put it on Almeida, because Almeida definitely didn't like getting hit while he was on the ground. Ooh, good right hand by Almeida, though, and he dives for that fucking leg right away and gets Volkov to the ground on his back in full guard. Now let's see what happens. Drops an elbow on Volkov. But Almeida likes to put his head down and just kind of lay there for a minute. So, oh, there's a good elbow, though. Volkov's got to get some wrist control. He's looking to slide out, but Almeida's putting that heavy pressure on top. 10-9 Volkov, they're saying in the threads. 10-9 Volkov. Everyone's saying 10-9 Volkov for that first round. Makes sense. Almeida got him down. Didn't do a whole lot with it. Volkov at least threw some strikes and did a little bit of damage in that first round. Yeah, Almeida's just holding. That's what they're saying on the broadcast right now, which is what, you know, now he's trying to move and get in a different position, but he's stuck in half guard. Volkov's doing a good job with that wrist control and closing his guard so that Almeida can't get that leg out, so he gets the side control. But Almeida just keeps putting heavy pressure on top and laying on top of Volkov. So, man, it makes it tough. He's throwing a couple strikes here and there, but Volkov just is not able to extend and get off any good shots. So he's holding, trying to make sure Almeida doesn't get in a dominant position. Shawnee. Oh, yeah. It's just not updating for me on certain things, Shawnee, which is why, yeah, I don't understand it. It's being annoying. Okay, so Volkov to his feet, but Almeida drags him back down. Now Almeida's taking the back. He's got one hook in. Volkov's fighting it off, but we'll see if he can get out of this and not let Almeida jump on his back. Did you see Aspinall saying Volkov lies about his height? Yeah, he said he's really 6'9", 6'7", or 6'9". He's still the tallest current UFC fighter. Yeah. Remember Stefan Struve? I don't know if you were watching way back then. Stefan Struve was a goddamn giant. But yeah, Volkov is huge. It does say 6'7" everywhere, but he's actually 6'9" according to Aspinall, and that makes sense. That does track. Goddamn bots. Oh, they're standing him up. Finally, because Almeida wasn't doing anything. Sorry, I was trying to take care of these stupid bots. He's actually an MMA reporter now. Who is Volkov? That's interesting. Oh, shit. Almeida takes him down right away with no effort. Volkov needs to work on that takedown defense, man. I know Almeida's good at taking people down, but holy shit. Maybe I need to do this. No. Almeida's trying to work on top. He's actually not just holding, he's trying to be active. Volkov is definitely trying to find a way to get out of things. Oh, Volkov going for a Kimura. Let's see if he can turn this into maybe getting out of this position, because that he definitely needs to get away from this stuff. He needs to find a way to stay off the ground. Come on, Volkov. Get that out of there. Oh, Struve is an MMA reporter. Okay, that makes more sense, Shawnee. And we got 5 seconds left in the second round. Shit, there was not a... That was a weird round, man. I don't know. Almeida is just going to continue this way. Volkov needs to find a way to stop him. He needs to make sure he's not getting him to the ground. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, he's got to find a way to stop him. Because if he doesn't, it's just going to keep happening. They're showing the replay right now of Almeida taking down Volkov. Man, he just has to find a way to not get taken down. And now I have other stuff. Okay, what is happening? I got all kinds of things going on, man. I'm trying to fix stuff here, but I'm going to get back to just watching the damn fights, because that's what we're here to do. Start of round 3, Volkov versus Almeida. Goddamn bot. Dude, I swear to God. I spend most of my time... Oh, Volkov gets taken down again. Back up to his feet, though. He's got a single leg held up on Almeida, pushing him back against the cage. Let's see if he can do something with this and keep Almeida from getting him back to the ground, because that's what needs to happen right now. Ooh. Volkov with some knees to the thigh. Knees to the body. Almeida's trying to fight back with some knees. Volkov's got Almeida against the cage. We got 4 minutes left in the third round. Volkov definitely needs to keep it on the feet. Thank you, Shawnee. I appreciate that. Oh, good elbow by Volkov, but that gave Almeida a chance to try to go for the takedown, and he lands it. Gets Volkov back to his back. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third round, and I'm not sure we're going to see this get anywhere else. It's going to stay on the damn ground if it's the same way that the rest of this fight is gone. Volkov's trying to throw some punches inside, but I mean, throwing punches from your back like that doesn't do a whole lot. You know, when you get to throw some elbows, that does a little more. But man, it's tough when you're on your back like that. And here we go. A lot of the same of what's happened in the past 2 rounds. We got 3 minutes left in the third round, and Volkov is just trying to find a way to stop Almeida from getting into a dominant position. Almeida is standing up in the full guard of Volkov. Volkov has both his arms trapped, and he's trying to throw some small shots, try to soften up Almeida. He's holding his head down for the keeping his posture down. Volkov's trying to turn out. Dana gonna walk to the back after this fight before Almeida wants to talk to him like the Contender Series when he sees a bad fight. That's probably true, Shawnee. I'm sure Dana's losing his fucking mind right now at this fight. Oh. Volkov let Almeida pass his guard for a second. Now he looks like he's trying to tie up a triangle but couldn't get it. Back in full guard. Oh, man. I mean, we go from that, the main prelim fight, a big knockout, and then we get a knockout in the first fight of the night on the main card, and then we get this. Let's hope this doesn't continue this way. Almeida throwing some shots finally from the top. Doesn't do much. Volkov looks frustrated as hell as he's turtled up trying to hold Almeida from passing. Almeida's got one of Volkov's arms trapped. Looks like he's trying to turn into a crucifix position of sorts. Volkov's moving though and gives up his back. That's not good. They just changed Dana's hotel checkout time after this fight. Almeida's got Volkov's back, both hooks in. Holy shit, here we go. Umar or Mario in the next one, Josh says. I want to say just from the past, Umar will probably get that one, but I think Bautista is one of those guys that is underestimated and underrated, and he's on a big fight, on a big win streak right now. So I think Bautista has a good chance, and I want to say for the underdog pick, I will take Bautista on that one. Who do you got, Josh? If you're paying attention. Oh, they're standing him up. And Almeida throws some punches after he tells him to stand up. What the fuck? Hoping that too. Okay, cool. Damn, Volkov's bleeding from his ear. And Almeida jumps in right away for the takedown. There's no fucking point in standing him up when that just happens again. Volkov looks like he's too tired to fend off that takedown attempt. Now he's trying to lock in a guillotine. It doesn't work. Couple small punches. 10 seconds left. It's about to be over. This is Almeida's fight, I think, at this point. I'm pretty sure he won the second and the third round. Volkov just got too tired trying to fend off the wrestling and grappling. It's just too much. And that was a fucking shitty fight, honestly. That sucks. Huh. TikTok says some comments in this live were filtered. I wonder who was talking shit. It's all good. I don't give a fuck. You can talk shit all you want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just here having a good time. If you don't like it, move the fuck on. All right? I don't do this often on TikTok. I do this on YouTube mostly. So I don't really give a shit. I just talked about alcohol. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's dumb. Fucking soft asses at TikTok, man. What's going on? Are you drinking yet, Josh? No, Shawnee, we're on YouTube, but I am on TikTok as well. Little beer shots tonight. Oh, got you. No, I am on TikTok live right now for the first time. I've never really been on TikTok live for a watch party. So I just set it up and decided to try it out, you know. I didn't really even put forward too much effort in it. I just kind of set it up as a kind of behind the scenes version. So yeah, I wanted to see, you know, how it went, how, you know, all that good stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Official decision. Looks like a split decision. Oh shit, Volkov gets the win by split decision? Wow. I mean, I was just thinking out of control from Almeida. It was just so hard to just pay. It's so hard to pay attention. I'd rather just like get these bots out of here and get my shit working right. I don't know what's going on. That's a weird. I mean, maybe that's a good payback for getting robbed in that Cyril Gane fight. So we'll call it even now, right? Because I mean, Almeida, dude, I'm sorry, but trying to win in a fight the way he did, it's not like he put a performance or a impressive performance on the ground. He held him down quite a bit. He's being a fucking, lay and pray leg humper. I respect his talents on the ground, but the problem is I mean, winning fights like that, man, come on, dude. Like, if you can't change positions and you're just gonna lay there, it's really tough to get the fans to be on your side. It's really tough to get Dana White to be impressed by you too. So look how long it took Merab, to get to the point where he was able to get a title shot, and now he's showing and proving why he's so dominant. So maybe Almeida can do that, but I don't know. This just isn't I didn't think that was even close. I say this as I hated Almeida's game plan. No, that's the thing. I was thinking Almeida won the second and the third round. I was thinking for sure Almeida's getting the win. So it's weird, man. It's really weird. I don't understand it. But again, Volkov gets his get back, He got robbed in that Gane fight. So when it comes down to it, I guess the MMA gods can call it even now. But, it was just a shitty way to have that fight end up all around in general. Even if Almeida had won, Dana wasn't going to give him the title shot or the number one contender fight. No, 100%. 100%. I agree. There's no way in hell. It just wasn't it, man. That wasn't the way to go. So, well, disappointing second fight of the night on the main card, but we're about to get into a banger because I think Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista is going to be a fucking fun fight. Carlos Oberg on the screen in Abu Dhabi. Wayne Rooney, 5-time Premier League champion. Okay. But yeah, so we got that fight coming up here. That's going to be a better one for sure. I don't see how it couldn't be, because Bautista is a fun guy to watch fight, and Umar Nurmagomedov's looking to bounce back from his first career loss after losing the title fight to Merab. He broke his hand in that fight, so he's using that as his, maybe not an excuse, but a reason as to why he lost. It is what it is. Everyone will call it an excuse. Yeah. But I'm waiting to see, how he bounces back from that fight, because when those guys that are undefeated, when they get their first loss, sometimes it just doesn't work out well for them, and they'll drop a couple more before they wind up jumping back into the win column. So that's what's going to be interesting about Nurmagomedov coming back. Hopefully he's 100% healthy and stays healthy throughout the fight, so we get a good fight. Bautista's just been on a roll, man. He's been on a roll. He's been, he beat the shit out of Patchy Mix in his last fight. And while Patchy Mix hasn't shown to have any real promise right now in the UFC, he may have won his last fight, but it wasn't impressive. So, we'll see. Bautista's 10-2 in the UFC, coming off that win over Patchy Mix, like I said. Beat the living shit out of him, won by unanimous decision. Let's see, he's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight win streak for Mario Bautista. I mean, he hasn't had the craziest of fight schedules, but he beat Brian Kelleher, Benito Lopez, Jay Perrin, Guido Canetti, Damon Blackshear, Ricky Simone, Jose Aldo. I mean, I know it's at the end of his career, but, he still beat him. He's a legend. That's a name on that record that is pretty nice to have there. So, and then he beat Patchy Mix, which, again, not the most impressive opponent, but he still beat him in his UFC debut. So I think Umar takes this. He beat Corey Sandhagen a year ago before losing to the bantamweight GOAT. Yeah, I just think that Bautista is one of those guys that has that surprise element, that he just grinds and he gets the upper hand on people, and then next thing you know, he fucking, did I say Patchy Mix won his last fight? He lost his last fight. Why did I say he won? The hell? Yeah, Patchy Mix is 0-2 in the UFC, which goes right along with what I was saying. I think I said he won. Did I say that? Who gives a shit? We know that Patchy Mix has been underwhelming coming over to the UFC. So that's what kind of sucks about Bautista's, win streak, is he doesn't have a lot of big names on there besides Jose Aldo, but everyone's just going to say that he was old and kind of at the end of his career anyway, so they're not going to give him his props too much. But he is on an 8-fight win streak regardless, and that is something to look out for, considering Umar was undefeated before his title fight against Merab. So, when you're on a big win streak like that, it doesn't matter who your opponents are. It's still some good clout for you, and it gets you fights like this. So we'll see if Bautista can rise to the level of Nurmagomedov and beat him and hand him his second loss in a row, or will Nurmagomedov be able to bounce back and be the fighter he was before he faced Merab. So that last fight felt like for fucking ever, but it also still, we're like coming to the third fight of the night. There's only 5 total fights, but the last 2 are 5-round fights, and that's what could get us into deep waters when it comes to how long things go on for. Anyone else in the chat got any thoughts on this next fight for... Sorry, I'm checking my text here because I was getting some text trying to figure out what the hell is happening. But that's the only bad part about going live on your phone. Usually I don't pay that much attention to the phone anyway while I'm in here live on YT. But, let me see if I can do something to get this chat working better for me. It may look like it's working well for you guys, and I am monitoring a stream on the side, and I see that everything's working fine. But when it comes to my screen here that I usually refer to, things aren't really working out great. So I don't know what's going on with that. But let me see if I separate these. And put this there. Let's see if that fixes it. Mario Bautista making his way out to the cage now. I don't know what's happening here. That's okay. At least I can still see the chat regardless. So I will still reply to comments. And are you stressing the fight? No, I'm not stressing. Oh, no, I'm not streaming the fight. Sorry. No, I can't. I cannot stream the fight. So I apologize for that if that's what you're here for. But, it is what it is. I don't want to lose my channel. So hopefully you can understand that. I appreciate you dropping in. But I cannot stream the fight. I'm sorry. Also, I have like 3 other things going on here. So I can't keep up with it to do the little tricks that people do in order to, keep the fight going. So unfortunately, I cannot stream the fight. Bautista looks good, walking in the cage. Looks like he's ready to go. We're about to get Umar walking out. Before I forget, let me give a shout out to my sponsor for this podcast, Noctane Smelling Salts. In case you don't know, Noctane, logo to me here in Arizona, but very good product. You can scan that QR code or go to the link in the description on YouTube and find your way over to their webpage. It's a good one. It's informative. You can learn about it. And this is the most potent bottle they have. It's the red cap. Actually, I haven't even taken a whiff of it yet. So let me do that and get myself ready to go for this third fight of the night. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. And yeah, thank you, Noctane, for the sponsorship. I appreciate it. Here we go. Oh. Woo. Oh. Yeah, strongest bottle is the red cap. They have a black cap, which is the mid-range. They have a white cap, which is the entry level. If you like smelling salts or you're interested in trying them out, I would suggest starting out with the white or the black. The red's the most potent, but if you got some balls on you and you want to get going, it is fun. It is fun. It keeps you alert and awake. Does all kinds of stuff. Power lifters use it to get that quick rush of adrenaline before they take a heavy lift. So there's a lot of uses for it. You can go to their website and read about it, learn about it. It's all good. So yeah, thank you, Noctane, for the sponsorship. And I always use it for the podcast, especially to keep myself awake and alert and, you know, get things going. So, and I use it a lot for long drives too, because I drive a long ways for work sometimes when I'm traveling, going out of town. So Umar making his way into the cage right now, getting ready to go for this third fight of the night on UFC 321 main card. And here's your breakdown. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. Umar coming off that loss to Merab. Bautista's on an 8-fight win streak. Never lost a decision. That's interesting. So Umar goes to decision a lot too. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. When you look at his record and see unanimous decision, you don't realize those unanimous decisions were dominant and not just hugging. No, for sure, Shawnee. That's actually what I was getting at. I didn't even see that comment till just now. He does go to decision a lot, but yeah, you're right. He's kind of like Merab in that way where he can dominate a lot, which is why we thought the Merab fight would be a little more interesting than it was, but Merab just kind of dominated. You know, Umar said he broke his hand or whatever. Golf and Glory, what's up? What's up, Clark? How you doing? You haven't been active lately, man. What's going on with you? I meant to call you the other day too and find out what's up. Hopefully everything's all good. I decided to try and do the live while I do the watch party like you did before work. Oh yeah, work sucks, man. It keeps everybody way too busy, but that's how we make our money, right? So I wouldn't be able to do any of this if I didn't work a good job and make some decent money. So I appreciate work, but it sucks when it keeps you from doing things. So hopefully you get back to it, Clark. Appreciate you for jumping in, man. Much love. Yeah, I want to be golfing too, believe me. I could be, but you know, this is my other thing and I love doing this just as much. So I haven't golfed in a while, so we need to get out there soon. I know Josh was asking me to go, but I was working, so I couldn't go. But I do want to get out there soon. Hopefully next weekend, guys. Josh, if you're in here still paying attention and listening, we need to hook something up soon. You too, Clark, if you can be available sometime soon. I definitely want to go. All right, getting ready to start this third fight of the night on UFC 321. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Mario Bautista. Start of the first round right now. Ooh, good body kick, and Umar turns it around, takes down Bautista right away. Very fast, though. This is nothing like Almeida. Umar stays active, tries to get the dominant position. He's dragging him over to the cage so that the crowd is booing right away, too. Holy shit. Bautista's back on his feet, though. Umar is kind of on his back, kind of on his side. And he throws him down to the ground. Holy shit. Good takedown by Umar. Oh, Bautista getting the leg of Umar, wrapping it up. Umar's got an arm stuck in between. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Bautista looking for a toehold. Holy shit. Oh, God. That looks nasty. That looks nasty. Okay, Umar's got out. He's turned it around. Bautista still has a hold of that leg, though. Shit, Umar gets out of it completely, man. Wow. That was a crazy transition. That was some crazy rolling going on there. Golf is expensive. I'm bad at it, so I enjoy driving the cart and hitting the ball. Hey, Shawnee, it is what it is, man. That's a fun time as well. We love golfing over here. And yeah, weekends Clark for sure. Next weekend, that's what I want to do. We need to hook it up. But yeah, Shawnee, golf is expensive as hell, which is why I don't go as often as I wish I could. I've been playing since I was a kid, though, because my dad got me into it, and I really like the game. And now that all my friends like playing too, it's even better. So, but we're all busy, so it's tough. Between being busy and having it be expensive, it takes a lot to get out there. But we get to do it a lot, so I'm grateful for that, and I love going golfing with my friends, so hopefully we get to do it again soon. Umar is dominating on top right now, but Bautista's fighting his way through it. Umar just tried to wrap up a guillotine, but has a leg in as well, so that's kind of weird. Bautista's fighting everything off, though, pretty good. Umar let it go and pushes Bautista back on his back. He's stuck in full guard right now, but he's staying active. Khabib said you have two legs? My brother? Forget that leg? Oh, you have two legs. Oh. That does sound like something Khabib would say. Did he actually say that? Because I didn't hear it. I was yapping over here, but if he didn't, though, I could definitely see him saying that kind of shit. Umar's in full guard now, putting pressure down. Bautista's trying to fight it off, trying to find an opening, trying to push Umar off of him. Umar's passing to half guard now. Bautista's keeping that leg in, though, trying to keep him from it. And there goes, oh, shit. Umar passes to side control. He's got Bautista's head up against the cage, and he's in side control. He's going to look to put a knee on belly probably and move over to full mount if he can, but it's tough against that cage. Bautista turns over. Umar gets his back and has a hook in. Has both hooks in. Holy shit. Umar gets it done fast, man. Those transitions just work for him. He flows. He chain wrestles and grapples. And Bautista's keeping up, but, I mean, he's a step behind always at this point right now. But he looks like he's calm, and he looks like he's just trying to find his way out of this. Umar's trying to lock up a body triangle. He's kind of got it. He's got the foot behind the knee. He doesn't have it fully across the belly, though. But he's definitely got Bautista wrapped up. Umar's got his back against the cage, but he's working all the positions here. Really staying active. Bautista's active in the defense as well. Now Umar's got that full body triangle on. So now he's going to start tightening up that grip. Let's see if Bautista can get out of this, or if Umar can get the right position to lock in some kind of submission. It looks like he's trying to work for the choke right now. He's got the back, though, with the full body lock on. 10 seconds left in the first round. Bautista should be able to get through this. We'll see if he can find a way to stay out of this position in the second round. There's the end of the first. Wow. Very active first round for both fighters on the ground. Umar gets a takedown early. Bautista has some great defense. Look at how Usman gets those hooks. The most important thing is that he turns his feet inside. Yeah. And then he turns it into that body triangle, and that's where he really is dominant, keeping Bautista from being able to get out of there. Bautista's corner's telling him to wrestle because they're saying Umar doesn't want to strike, so they need to keep the wrestling going. So Umar definitely won that first round. There's no doubt about that. Here we go. About to start the second round. Got to get the supplemental drinks going. Got some twisted tea going on here. I don't know if TikTok likes that much, so I'm going to keep that down from there, except for when I'm drinking it. But we are getting the next drink going. All right, here we go. Start round 2. He also does a great job in his body lock. He places his left foot on the upper calf to control movement. Yeah, man, these guys are so good at that. Ooh, Bautista with a good right hand. Oh, big knee from Bautista dropped Nurmagomedov, but he's back up quickly to his feet. Oh, shit. Bautista threw a bad kick to the body, almost got taken down. Stayed on his feet, though. That was a nasty knee. Bautista's getting his striking working now. Umar's throwing big shots as well. God, that knee was nasty. Oh, good short left from Umar, and now he takes down Bautista. Takes him down to the ground. He's in full guard, working his way already to try to pass. Umar is so good at passing, man. He stays so active. He's so fast in how he transitions. That's why these guys are so good when it comes to the ground game, and that's why they're so dominant, whether people like it or not. Umar in half guard, locking up the head of Bautista, looking like he's trying to... Oh, now he takes the back and throws those hooks in so fast, man. And then switches to a body lock as quickly as he can. Wow. I love half guard stuck in a controlling controlling position. Sorry, I can't fucking read. Umar goes back and forth, changing the position of that body lock too, which is crazy. Because, you know, in that quick instance, if your opponent decides to get out of it, that's the opening. But Umar's so quick with it that it doesn't even give him actual time. Bautista's rolling back and forth, trying to keep pressure on the ankle and get out of that body lock and not let Umar really sink it in. But right now, Umar's just half a step ahead every time. Scrambling. Bautista getting to his feet now, and he is. But Nurmagomedov still has him wrapped up against the cage, trying to take him back down. Bautista switches it on him. Now they're back to their feet. Here we go. Oh, big shot by Bautista, and Umar ducks it. Yeah, man, these guys are fucking at it nonstop. Bautista going for the takedown. What the fuck? Ooh. That was a clash of heads. So good at switching his body lock, and he's getting rolled. Umar takes down Bautista again. Umar throwing some punches finally on the ground. He's in half guard right now, looking to switch to side control, and he does. Puts a knee up quickly to begin transitioning over to the full mount. He's just always a step ahead, thinking of the next thing as quickly as he can. He does everything in a smooth, fluent motion, and which is why he's so dominant in these positions. Bautista's staying active on his back, though, which is good, and that's what's keeping Umar from being able to just do what he wants, even though he is as good as he is with doing everything he wants to do. Like right now, he got stuck in full guard, switched to half guard quickly, and then rolled right out into side control as fast as that. Like I couldn't even keep up. And now he's got the knee up, looking like he wants to jump over for a full mount, but he's at least keeping Bautista controlled. Bautista's turning over, now gives up his back, and Nurmagomedov quickly puts in one hook, ties his feet together, and Bautista's rolling around, trying to fend it off. Bautista turns it now north-south, and they get up. Nurmagomedov had head control for a quick second, but now they're on their feet and squaring up. Let's see if Bautista can get some good strikes in here. Nurmagomedov throws a kick to the body, but it doesn't do much. Ooh, good left hand by Umar. And a short right as well that lands on the chin of Bautista. Doesn't look too phased. Damn, Umar's throwing some strikes and landing. Oh, good head kick. 10 seconds left of the second round. Good body kick by Bautista. Yep, shit. Umar probably won that round as well. 2-0 for Umar, I think. Bautista's really got to turn it up here in this last round. Stay off the ground unless you're on top, which even then, Nurmagomedov is so good at turning things around. Talk like a man? What the hell? The Crow? What are you saying? Okay, cool. Whatever you say, dude. Your name's The Crow. That's real tough. You like... Oh, God. Oh, that knee was nasty. That dropped Nurmagomedov. Yeah, that was a crazy round. I'm pretty sure Nurmagomedov... You're a drooler. That's what you are. You're not a Jedi. You care enough to come in here and talk shit, so thanks for the engagement. Here we go, start of round 3. Umar throws a kick but misses. Let's see if Bautista turns up the striking here. Ooh, kick to the chest by Bautista. You can't even spell, so I'm not paying attention to you anymore. Ooh, good leg kicks by Nurmagomedov. Oh, Bautista misses a big head kick. Oh, good kick, but partially blocked by Bautista. They're exchanging punches right now. Umar hasn't shot for a takedown yet, which I'm surprised. Oh, good short left by Nurmagomedov. Oh, Nurmagomedov gets the takedown now. Bautista back on his feet, but Nurmagomedov with the back, taking the back, trying to drag him down, and he does to one knee. Bautista's doing a good job of getting back up. But Nurmagomedov just keeps dragging him back down. Ooh, Bautista's opened up somewhere. He's got some blood on his face. Might be from his ear. That's what it looks like. Good knee to the body by Nurmagomedov. He's got Bautista pressed up against the cage. Umar trying to take him down from having him pressed up against the cage, but it's not working at the moment. Now they're back up, squaring off in the middle. Nurmagomedov throws a good left hand. Bautista's looking a little frustrated. We got 1 minute 50 seconds left in the third round. Nurmagomedov's on his side, trying to put a knee on belly, step over for the full guard. I mean, the full mount, but he didn't get it. Knees to the body now. Umar's just dragging Bautista around, trying to get that dominant position, but Bautista's doing good at defending. Not letting him sink anything in, but Umar's still dominating, throwing him around, doing what he wants with him. Umar trying for that high crotch. Bautista fending him off well, and he gets out of it. But Umar quickly on his back takes him down. Man, that's got to be frustrating. We got 45 seconds left of the third round. Not looking good for Bautista at this moment. Nurmagomedov just throwing him around. Bautista keeps standing up, but Umar just takes him back down to the ground quickly. He's got his hands locked around his waist. Yeah, Umar's been pretty impressive after coming off that loss. Oh, dropping a good combination on Bautista. Bautista goes for a Hail Mary head kick, and that's it. It's over. Shit. Umar for sure got that one. Let's see. I wish my chat would start working again because I can't do anything in it. As much as I enjoyed the little things that Umar has done, this has been 2 bad fights in a row. I mean, he was somewhat dominant in this fight. I don't think it was a horrible fight. I think Bautista's just good enough to defend things, and he's fast enough to stay out of complete trouble. But Umar kind of dominated him for the most part in this. He still got dropped by that knee, but Bautista wasn't able to capitalize on it. That's just a testament to how good Umar is able to, kind of bounce back and collect himself quickly. So, I mean, he also was able to, fend off that toe, that toe hold or ankle lock or whatever the fuck was going on with that one. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't overly crazy for him as far as like what happened, as far as, finishing things or like being completely one-sided, but it was pretty much one-sided, I guess. Bautista put in a good effort, I would say. Winner by unanimous decision, Umar Nurmagomedov. Well, he bounces back from the loss. I mean, that's one thing I always look out for when these guys lose for the first time. So that's a good way to bounce back. He gets the win against a tough opponent that doesn't just give in. He never gave up. He stayed active throughout the whole fight and continued to fend off everything that Umar was throwing at him. He didn't let him get him locked up in a position where he had to tap. So, yeah, it was good. Yeah, my stupid chat is not, or my pop out chat is not working like it should. So I'm not able to do the things I want to do, but it is what it is. I can still see. It's weird because I can't get it to like refresh either, which is annoying as hell. That's all right. I don't know what Umar's saying because obviously he speaks in a different language, but it's all good. We'll get the interpretation here in just a minute. Oh, you like that picture? My daughter got me that for my birthday, which is pretty sick. That meme reaction that has been shared everywhere. I thought it was a pretty cool gift, honestly. And then my buddy Infinity printed out the UFC letters on a 3D printer and gave those to me as well. So pretty good additions to the background. Umar's got a lot to say. Thanks, Shawnee. I appreciate that. he's giving his thoughts on the next title fight in December. So we got Merab versus Petr Yan in December for the title shot, or for the title fight. Merab just staying active. So of course, with this win for Nurmagomedov, he's looking to get back in and try to get a title fight, maybe against the winner of that fight in December. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. You know, he says he's going to be 100 times better. So it seems like maybe he wasn't exactly 100%, you know, happy with the performance, but for the most part he is. But I mean, again, he was pretty dominant with somebody who doesn't just settle in and give up, you know, because Bautista was just rolling through everything. Great defense, constantly trying to fight everything off. And I mean, it was a good performance by him. He just was stifled, you know, he couldn't get anything going. And for the most part, he did a good job at not getting finished. So now we got the first of the two title fights, Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern, coming up here in just a minute. We'll see how this first title fight goes. You know, the women tend to go to decision quite a bit. And, you know, are we going to see that? We got a 5-round fight. Yeah, there's all kinds of people in attendance there. Hey, my chat started working again. What the fuck? Weird how things just start working out of nowhere. Anyway, that's why I had a little pause there. I'm just you know, getting caught up on things. But yeah. That was a fun fight to watch just because it was so fast paced, you know, with Umar being as good as he is on the ground and transitioning the way that he does so quickly. He's, like I said, he's always a step ahead and always doing as much as he can to stay in a dominant position. It makes it a fun fight. And Bautista didn't give up. He just kept up as much as he could, and he was fast with it. So I'm getting a text here, so let me double check and see what's going on. A little close up there for TikTok. Sorry about that. Yeah, for a minute you were reading comments before they showed up on stream. That was rare. Normally there's a slight delay. Yeah, that's what's weird is I'm seeing them, and this is why I was annoyed by what was happening, because I'm seeing them come up on the screen. I'm seeing them come up in other areas, but they're not coming up on my normal, like where I normally see them come up. So that's why I was just like, what the hell is going on? But it's all good. I mean it you know, people talk shit. People want to come in and fucking, you know, say what they want to say. Listen, I'm not claiming to be the biggest streamer in the world, or biggest, you know, podcaster ever. I'm just here to have fun. This is for me. I do this on my own time. I do this with no money involved. So, you know, all these people that want to talk shit, it's like, dude, just move on to something that you do like, unless that's what you like to do is talk shit. And then I know you just have a sad existence. I find the things that I like. If you don't like what I'm doing, just move the fuck on. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I could have 5 listeners. I could have 0 listeners. I could have fucking 3,500, and I would still just, you know, do what I'm doing. So, like Shawnee said, let's have a drink. You said you enjoy watching the fights with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for being here and supporting me, and fucking, you know, nobody has to fucking lift me up or anything. All you gotta do is be here and have a good time. These people are disgusted. They're just trollers. Yeah, I said it, trolls. I thought you were doing a great job, man. Sound fine to me. I'm still watching. Hey, I appreciate that, Roger Wolf. Thank you. Never seen you in here before, so I appreciate you coming in with the kind words. Cheers to everybody out there that just wants to come in and have a good time, man. That's what we're here to do. Fuck all the haters. I don't give a shit. That's why I'll just stop paying attention to them. You know, I try not to let it get to me. It's It's not a big deal. It's like, whatever. I could be doing this or not doing this. It's just something I'm passionate about. I like doing it. So fuck them all. Cheers. There's haters everywhere. I don't give a shit. I don't need everybody to like me. They're not. What are they doing with their life? If they do something that's bigger than mine, focus on that, brother. You don't need to focus on my shit. It's a sad existence if you want to talk shit about the people that are under you. It is what it is. And that goes for TikTok too. I know TikTok is, kind of a toxic environment sometimes. I've seen a lot of shit going on with that, which is why I don't usually hang out on there too much. But I mean, I do, but not in the way of going live and stuff. And there's different aspects of going live on TikTok as well as on YouTube. And for me, I do the podcast primarily, but I like to do these watch parties, and there's different versions of it. I have people in here. I have people in here with me at times where we're just kind of fucking around, talking shit, having fun, reacting to the fights. Nothing gets way too technical, but it's fun and it's a good time. It's like hanging out with friends. That's what we're doing. But when I'm in here by myself, it's just me. I don't have anybody else to bounce off of. I don't have anybody else to fill in anytime. So I just keep going as I can. And I react to everything. I do a little more play-by-play. I do a little more, discussing of what's happening in the fights overall throughout the entire fight. So, and it's just something I like to do. I used to get real technical about it back in the day when nobody gave a shit before I even was going live on anything. And a lot of my friends just weren't that deep into it. So I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to about it. So now coming on here, I got people like Shawnee. Roger, you seem cool. I appreciate you. I got other people that could jump into the chat a lot of times. And, just people to talk to. I collaborate with Combat Sports Today. There's a lot of good guys over there that know a lot more than I do about combat sports, MMA in general. And it's just fun being able to have some friends that you can talk to. And then, when it comes to content creation and stuff like that, it's all for fun for me. If I ever start making money off of it, I'd welcome it and I'd be happy about it. But if it doesn't ever happen, it's okay. I'm just doing this because I like doing it. There's a lot of people that do things like that on all these all these platforms. So it doesn't always have to be for clout or fame or money. It can just be because you're passionate about it and you want to have a community to talk to people about it with. So that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm here to do. So appreciate everybody who enjoys it and joins in with me. Thank you guys. Here comes Mackenzie Dern, getting ready, walking out from the back. The vacant women's strawweight title fight's about to happen. Weili Zhang vacated the title so she could go up and fight Valentina Shevchenko for that title. What's everybody's prediction for Jandiroba versus Dern? I'm picking Dern, but I would like to hear what everyone else that is watching right now might be picking, including on TikTok. If you guys have any picks, let me know. But I'm rooting for Dern here. I like Jandiroba, but for the division, for the growth of women's MMA in that division, I feel like it'd be better if Dern wins. I feel like it'll kind of keep some activity going. Jandiroba, if she wins, I mean, she's just not that active when it comes to everything outside of her skills. But her skills are great, and that's the thing. But I feel like with Dern having beat her before, and the fact that what she's been doing recently, I feel like Dern can... I think this could catapult her into an even better career if she wins the belt, if she can handle the pressure. So I feel like Dern could do a lot more if she gets the belt. So we'll see. Just as long as she stays focused on the fight game instead of anything else on top of that outside of fighting, that's what I'm interested in to see. And while if Jandiroba wins, she's solely focused on fighting 100%, from what it seems like. So what she can do for the division is different. I don't know where it would go from there. I don't know how long she would hold the belt. I'm not sure how long Dern would hold the belt. I think this division is up in the air right now with Weili gone. If she doesn't come back, then I feel like maybe it's wide open right now. and somebody could just rise to the top and get that title and hold it for a long time. If Dern doesn't do that right now, she finally gets her shot. Let's see if she takes advantage of that, and Virna as well. So it's tough. It's a tough thing to try to figure out and break down, but this is the fight we get. So we'll see how it goes. I hope it's interesting. I hope it's entertaining. I hope Dern's striking has gotten better too. She seems like she's gotten better from the time she started, obviously. And they were just saying on the broadcast that Dern says, that Virna doesn't like to get hit. So if she can put on a show with the striking and work her way down to the ground, then maybe she can beat her up a little bit on the feet and take her down and then submit her. That's what she's done to a lot of her other opponents. So we'll see if she can do that to Virna. What is she wearing? Looks like a either a safari hat or or like a hard hat. Who knows though? That there's a lot of headgear that gets worn that is cultural, so I shouldn't make fun of it, but I'm just like, I've never seen that before, so that's strange. But I've also never really paid attention to her walkouts, so I could be just missing that. But it's funny. A lot of times I don't pay attention to the walkouts. I mean, a lot of people talk about fighters' walkouts and stuff, but I tend to not pay that much attention a lot. I'm always doing other shit, and then I just pay attention to the fight itself. So make sure if you guys are in here right now, by the way, if you're not subscribed, please do. I would appreciate that. Hit that notification bell so you know when I put any content out or I go live. And if you're on TikTok, make sure you drop a like and do all the good stuff you do for TikTok. I'd appreciate that as well. The UFC would love Dern, and I agree because of her name. She creates better fights. With that said, I think Jandiroba wins. I want Dern to win, though. No, I get that. I feel like because Dern has beat her before, hopefully she's not too overconfident, thinking that she can just come in and do it again, because they both have evolved as fighters. But if they've evolved in the same amount, is Dern just going to beat her again the way she did the first time? And on top of all of that, Dern has acknowledged the fact that both of them are different fighters now from back then. So, she's paying attention to that kind of stuff, and it's just something that makes sense. So hopefully in the way that they've evolved means it's going to be an even better fight. And being that the title's up for grabs here, and they're both going to be, determined to get that title, hopefully they don't just play it safe. Jandiroba to win by submission plus 500. Dern to win by submission plus 275. That's weird because they both win by submission all the time. But maybe they're just going off the fact that maybe they're both good at defense and can recognize when they might get put in in a submission. So that's why those are at plus money. But that's what I would be betting on, is one of them to get a fucking submission. It's kind of strange, but we'll see how it goes. Here's your matchup for this co-main event, Strawweight Championship bout for the vacant title. Minus 150 favorite for Mackenzie Dern, plus 125 underdog for Jandiroba. I would assume a lot of that has to do with the fact that they fought before and Dern won. Mackenzie Dern is the number 5 ranked strawweight. Virna is the number 1 ranked strawweight. And yet the favorite is Dern, which is crazy. UFC needs to sign Dakota Dacheva from PFL. She recently just signed a new contract, but money talks. She trains at ATT. Yeah, Dacheva is a badass. There's no doubt about it. She's definitely a UFC grade fighter, I think. But you know what? Sometimes we see those dominant fighters in other organizations come over to the UFC, and they don't do as well. So it's tough, because look at Patchy Mix, look at Pitbull, look at all these other guys that have come over, and Aaron Pico, that have done great in all these other organizations, but they get to the UFC, and I know that there's different things involved with all those fighters, but when it comes down to it, they come over to the UFC and they just can't handle this level of competition. So I wonder if Ditcheva is trying to just solidify her spot in history with PFL, doing all the things that she's doing, and then she moves over. But is that going to be too late? And yes, money talks, so maybe they can sway her to come over, but I don't think the UFC is too worried about that, even though I feel like their women's divisions could definitely use somebody like Ditcheva, with the way that she handles herself, her social media, and everything else. I think she would be a damn good addition to the UFC for the women's divisions, but she doesn't seem to care that much about that, so we'll see if she ever gets over here sometime in the future. Stupid bots. We had a good amount of time there without the bots, and they came back. Fighters getting announced right now. Virna, Jandiroba getting introduced at the moment, and then we can get started with this fight. We now take... Oh, yeah, good call. Cheers. Time for a new one, actually. Here we go. Touch of the gloves. Let's get this co-main event started for the first title fight of the night. 5-round fight. Virna Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern for the vacant women's strawweight title. 5 years ago, they fought each other. Mackenzie Dern got the better of that fight with the unanimous decision win. We'll see if she can do it again. Here we go. Start of round one. Leg kicks, exchanging leg kicks right away. Ooh, heavy leg kick by Mackenzie Dern. Comes in with a fast combination. Doesn't really land, though, for Dern. Virna throwing some leg kicks, some high kicks. Just some good exchanges here. Mike from Mike Talks said that... He said, I wonder if this is going to turn into a striking match because they're both so good on the ground. And so far, lots of striking. It was a good leg kick by Virna a minute ago that turned Dern around. They tied up for a second, but Dern let her go, and now they're back to it. Little feeling out here going on. Ooh, good overhand by Dern, but she missed a little, barely grazed her. Virna throwing some combinations in there. Oh. Oh, good leg kick by Dern, but Virna runs in for the takedown, gets thrown aside by Dern. And then Virna lands a quick jab. Ooh, a good stiff jab by Dern. Virna's face is red on the left side. Oh, big right hand by Virna, landing on the face of Dern. Ooh, inside leg kick by Virna. These girls are just exchanging strikes right now. Virna Jandiroba goes in for the takedown and gets Dern down. Virna in half guard. Dern trying to get her back in full, and she does, somewhat. Virna's taken down all 11 UFC opponents she's attempted to. Damn. Oh. Dern's got wrist control. The ref was trying to tell her not, make sure she doesn't grab the inside of the glove. Virna looks like she's trying to get the ref to pay attention. There we go. Dern kicking her off. Dern is throwing strikes from the back. Dern's like, you want to get in my guard? Let's do this. Oh, Dern gets up. Virna jumps in and pushes her against a cage. Dern turns it around and now pushes Jandiroba against a cage, throwing some knees up the middle. Ooh, big right hand on the breakaway for Virna. Now they're back in the center of the cage. Oh, a good combination there by Dern. Virna going for the takedown again, puts Dern on her butt. Dern has control though. Jandiroba throwing some elbows inside. Dern's on her butt, folded in half, just holding onto the body of Jandiroba. Virna has one of Dern's legs and the back of her head, trying to control her. Oh, some fighting on the ground. Some exchanges being thrown, and Dern's back up on the feet. They're tied up. Virna has her pressed against the cage at the moment, throwing some knees to the legs. Mackenzie Dern trying to switch it. Oh my God. It is distracting watching Mackenzie Dern in these shorts. Dern now turns her around, has Virna up against the cage. Throwing some uppercuts. And some knees. Just exchanging. That's the end of the round. End of the first round. I think maybe Virna has that first round considering the takedowns. I mean, Dern had some good strikes landed in that first round, but Virna did too. So I'm thinking maybe the takedowns did it, but she didn't do a lot with those takedowns. So it's kind of hard to know how they're going to score that. Mackenzie with that big right hand. Holy shit, that landed flush. On the temple, too. That's what made her face red. Good stiff jab there. So they're showing all the highlights of Mackenzie Dern's strikes and only one of Virna's takedowns, which wasn't even the best one. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see how what Twitter or Threads have to say about who won that first round. I kind of feel like Virna probably won that first one. Jandiroba is one tough little lady. She ain't got much quit in her at all, so Dern better watch her. Yeah, no, 100%. Oh, Dern goes in for the takedown, presses Virna up against the cage. We're in the second round, by the way. Yeah, I think Dern just needs to find a rhythm, because if she can find a rhythm with the striking, she can put it on on Jandiroba, and you know, maybe wear her down a little bit, and then get those takedowns in there, get her to the ground and start working positions. But now, oh shit. Jandiroba caught her with a quick right hand in the middle of a big combination Dern was trying to throw. Dern didn't land much. Virna caught her with that short little right. Virna trying to throw some strikes now. Ooh, big right hand by Virna. Mackenzie doesn't seem too fazed by these, though. Oh, good combination by Dern. Landed there. Mackenzie Dern's hair came loose a little bit. Some went flying in the air. Now her hair's flopping around. Oh, Jandiroba with a good left hand right there. They're saying Virna's being more active than Mackenzie right now, but I feel like Mackenzie turned it up, so I don't know. There goes Jandiroba with the takedown, and she lands it and starts ground and pounding quickly. But Dern is so good on the ground and good on her back. You can never count her out when it comes to this. And she's throwing strikes from the back too. 3 of 5, 60% takedowns for Jandiroba. The crazy part is that most of the comments come from people that only speak one language. She speaks 3. What does that say? She doesn't speak Portuguese. Her father's Brazilian legend. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Megaton Diaz is her dad. Definitely a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend. Oh, Virna's landing some punches in there. Dern is trying, but she's kind of telegraphing those punches. She's winding up a little bit too much. Oh, that was a good one, though. More shit flying out of the hair of Dern. Oh, Dern turns the takedown attempt into a throw of her own, and then Virna turns it around, winds up on top. Dern's throwing some nasty punches from the bottom, though, and some elbows now. Holy shit. Those are good elbows from Dern to the side of the head of Virna. The ref is now telling her watch the back of the head. Dern is finding a home for those elbows, though. Good strikes from the back for Dern. Virna just trying to drop some hammer fists, but they're not all landing. Dern has got some good defense going at the moment. Virna on top. Looks like she's in half guard. Mackenzie trying to fight to get her back in full. Dern keeping Virna from posturing. We got 35 seconds left in the second round. Dern put a leg on the shoulder, trying to see if she can maybe set up a triangle or something, or an armbar. Virna's got wrist control on one of Dern's arms, though, so that's holding her back. Man, Dern is super active on the back with those strikes. Now she's kicking Virna away. Virna stands up. We got 10 seconds left. Oh, good up kick by Dern. Oh, Virna catches her with a big left hand as she stands up. That's the end of the second round. They didn't show us any predictions as to what's happening after the first round. We'll see if what we get after the second. I don't know about that second round, man. I don't know. I might have to say Virna's up 2 rounds. She's got the takedowns. She's staying active. I mean, Mackenzie's doing a lot from her back, but I don't know if that's going to count for much. Jandiroba has a big mouse under her right eye, but they're pressing on Mackenzie's right eye as well. She's got a little swelling going on, but Jandiroba's cut up under that right eye. Dern's striking is looking pretty good at the moment, so maybe that's going to help her with some of the scoring here. Jandiroba's eyes looking nasty. Holy shit. And I don't mean that in the way because she has a wandering eye. I know a lot of people joke about that, but that's not what I'm talking about. Here we go. Sorry about the coughing for TikTok because I have this mic on me. Here we go. Start of the third round. And I just spilled my drink. Dern looks like she's ready to go in the striking department. When she's on her feet, she looks locked in. She keeps landing that jab that's messing up Jandiroba's right eye. She just landed a good right hand as well. Ooh, good kick, but Jandiroba hits her with with a right hand and then takes her down as she catches that kick. Dern is so active on her back, though. Jandiroba's in the full guard of Dern, which she's pretty active in and dangerous. Dern kicks her away and gets to her feet. Back to the striking we go. Virna looks like she's loading up a kick, but doesn't do it. Big right hand by Virna kind of grazes Dern. Oh, good right hand by Dern. Same thing, though. Barely grazes Virna. Dern goes in for the double leg. Instead, gets stood up and presses Virna against the cage. Let's see what she can do with this position. I got 2018 Jandiroba, says Shawnee. Yeah. Oh, Virna's throwing some elbows to the side of Mackenzie's head at the moment. Knee up the middle for Dern. Not a lot of action up against the cage right now. Dern's just looking to see what she can do with it. Virna's just defending at the moment. And they separate. Virna goes for the single leg, doesn't get it. Dern stays on her feet, but catches a left hand from Virna. Ooh, good outside leg kick for Dern. Oh, good left hand by Mackenzie. She stuffs the takedown and presses Virna against the cage. She's going for a throw, a trip, and she doesn't get it. Still has Jandiroba against the cage, though. They just said Mackenzie's not done a great job of defending takedowns, which is pretty much how it works for Dern, because she's so good off her back. She's like, you know what? If you want to put me on my back, I'm going to work for a submission. But that could lose her the fight if she's not doing much else in other areas. Dana White has taken less than 15 bathroom breaks since breaks the last 3 fights. Virna trying to take down Dern right now, trying to wrap up those legs, and she gets her down. Yeah, Dern just lets it happen, man. That kind of sucks. Oh, big elbows to the head of Virna from Dern. Dern looks like she's breathing kind of heavy right now. Virna's on top in full guard. Dern is just trying to fight from her back. Virna's not doing a whole lot while being on top right now. Dern just stays active with those punches. There we go. Virna throws a punch right there and lands. Mackenzie's just throwing a lot of pot shots and trying to get her way into a better position, trying to squirm her way out of... Whoa, we just got a weird camera angle. 35 seconds left in the third round. Mackenzie's been on her back for a minute. Now she's throwing elbows. Virna posturing up. Oh, Mackenzie, you can't throw kicks to the face. Virna's on her feet now. Mackenzie's throwing up kicks. 10 seconds left. Mackenzie butt scooting. There she is, back on her feet. Oh, big right hand by Virna. And that's the end of the round. Man, this is a tough fight to call. I don't know what to say about how this is going. They haven't showed any fucking pics on the screen from what people are thinking. Virna's right eye is swelling shut at the moment. She's got a big mouse under that eye. Jandiroba has study film with her coaches. Look at her knee position and her ground game. Kind of sad. Stalling fight. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, Shawnee. Uh, she is kind of stalling. It's like she gets in a good position and thinks, okay, I'm gonna show that I can control this, and she thinks that's gonna win her the fight, maybe. Her face is looking pretty beat up, but I think Mackenzie Dern has a pretty good mouse under her right eye as well at this point. Mackenzie just needs to stop letting her take her down at will. Defend those takedowns a little bit more. Get some good striking in on the breakaways or as she's trying to take her down. Quit letting her just take her down, because when she gets on her back, she's not doing a whole lot. She's throwing a lot of strikes from her back, but she's not able to get Jandiroba in any good positions for submission attempts. And I think Jandiroba just has some good submission defense. So at this point, Jandiroba is winning by takedowns, I think. We'll see. It could be 2-1. It could be 3-0 for Jandiroba, but I think Jandiroba has at least 2 of these rounds. I'm tired of these game plans. I really am. I understand, man. Believe me, it's frustrating when you know other things could be done. Ooh, Virna with a good combination there, landing on Dern. Man, we started these fights in such a fantastic way, and it's just kind of gone. Oh, Dern trying to jump in there with some good combinations. Umar versus Bautista wasn't bad. It was exciting, but wasn't anything crazy. Dern throwing some leg kicks and some body kicks that are landing. Virna faking for that takedown, but stays 2-1 Dern. 10-9 Dern in a very close round 3. 29-28 Dern heading into the championship rounds. Wow, 29-28 Dern. Everyone's saying Dern's winning by a round. Okay, I mean, maybe I got it wrong. I'm not sure what I'm seeing that Dern has done to make that right, though. I mean, she's landing a lot of strikes from her back, but she's getting taken down a lot. But I get it. Virna's not doing a whole lot with those takedowns. Maybe that's what people are seeing. She just landed a good right hand, and there goes Dern with a good combination. A good 1-2 landed by Dern. Virna back with a good right hand. I hope they're right. I hope Dern is winning this fight. It's just so tough to call on this one with the way that they've both been fighting. Oh, Dern pressing forward with some good combinations. Now she goes for the takedown. Has Virna pressed up against the cage. Oh, Virna with a good knee. Dern's corner calling for elbows. DC saying that Dern might have made a mistake going into that clinch. They just separated, though. I think Mackenzie needs to let her hands go a little more on the feet. Maybe work those kicks in a little more, too. Virna just tried to throw an inside leg kick, but missed. Good left hand by Virna. Mackenzie chasing her. Oh, good right hand there. Landed by Dern. Kick to the body by Dern. Virna grabs a leg. Dern fights it off. Ooh. They're exchanging here. Dern, I think, is getting the better of it. Virna looks like she's slowing down a little bit. Oh, Virna takes down or throws Mackenzie Dern down and then doesn't follow her down there. Dern's just trying to find a way to stand up now. And the ref lets her stand. That was interesting. Virna didn't follow her down to the ground. She just threw her down there. There goes Dern with the takedown. Trying to pass into half guard. And she does. Virna's got a knee in there, though. 45 seconds left of the 4th round. Great angle to the fight right now. Mackenzie's in half guard, trying to pull her leg out. Not sure what she's looking to try to get here, but Jandiroba's controlling the posture. "15 seconds left of the 4th round. Well, if everybody was right in the social media clips, then I think Dern's definitely got this round too. Yeah, they're saying that on the broadcast too. So I don't know. Maybe I just saw it differently, but I was thinking I was thinking Virna might have it 2-1, and instead everyone's saying Dern has it 2-1. So now 3-1 Dern. Looks like Virna's pretty tired at this moment. Doesn't have as much on everything she's throwing that she did before, and she's taking some lazy takedowns. It's weird that she didn't follow Dern down to the ground when she threw her, at the end of that round. So if Dern can kind of play the right game here. Oh shit. We got bots again. But I can't control them. This is annoying. Dern's corner telling her if she can win this round, she can win this fight. I mean, it's going to be a lackluster win because nothing crazy has happened unless she turns it up here in the last round. Will she take that chance knowing she's winning? I don't know. But she's got a big mouse under that right eye, but so does Virna. Virna's eye is worse, and Virna looks like she's more taxed in the conditioning than Dern right now. So we'll see what happens. Start of round 5. Here we go. Jandiroba lands a good right hand. Dern fakes the takedown and then lands a left. Ooh, good right hand by Dern. Jandiroba. Dern comes back with a good combination that lands. Ooh, good right hand by Dern again. There we go. Dern's turning up the striking right now. That's good. Oh, she went for the spinning back elbow, and Jandiroba takes her down. Dern's on her butt. Jandiroba's on her knees. Jandiroba. Oh, now they both stood up. Virna tries to take her down, but Dern turns it around on her, puts her up against the cage. Now Virna turns her around, has her back up against the cage. We'll see what they do with this. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 5th round. Good knees by Virna up the middle. Dern just trying to fight for the underhooks. Good elbow by Virna. Dern's fighting to get out of this, but she threw a knee. Not sure if it landed. Bad angle. Virna's just pressing Dern up against the cage right here, trying to hold on to those wrists. There we go. Dern turns it around. Now they're back to standing off the cage. Ooh, Dern catches her with a good short left jab. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the 5th round. Virna throwing some combos and misses. Dern coming in with a combo of her own. Virna takes her down. Dern starts throwing punches from the back quickly. Looks like she's trying to lock something in. Got the leg on the shoulder. Looking for that armbar, but Jandiroba gets out. Dern starts throwing elbows to the top of the head. Dern is very active off her back. Maybe that's what I was missing. Maybe that's what they're counting. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the 5th round. Dern's landing some good elbows here. On the broadcast just made a good point. The damage from the bottom in the Volkov fight made a difference, and the judges were looking at that and scored it for Volkov. So maybe Dern being so active on her back right now is helping her. According to everyone else is saying that might be the case. Jandiroba on her feet. Dern's butt scooting at the moment, kicking the legs of Virna. And now the ref steps in and lets Dern stand up. 1:20 left in the 5th round. Let's see what Dern can do on the feet. Ooh. Dern jumping in with a combination. Lands 1 out of the 2 shots. Virna's landing a couple shots of her own. Significant strikes in this round. Dern's leading. It looks like she's led every round but the second where they were tied. So the broadcast just said maybe the judges are going to score off of significant strikes landed for this fight. So screw the takedowns, I guess? I don't know. Good leg kick by Dern. 30 seconds left in the 5th round. We'll see how this goes. Virna just landed a big left. Grazing. Virna's face is bloodied up. Dern just threw a standing hammer fist. That was crazy. Nobody has a lot on their strikes. Virna just tried a spinning back fist. Dern takes her down, spins around, winds up on top in full guard. Starts dropping hammer fists. We got 2-1, end of the round. That's it. I mean, according to what everybody was thinking, I would say Dern has that. That's got to be her fight. But her face is beat up. She's got a nasty fucking mouse under that right eye. She's got some blood going. Virna's face looks worse, though. So if we're judging off significant strikes and damage, Mackenzie Dern definitely got that fight in the bag. She got away with an upkick while Jandiroba was on the ground. That caught her in the face. It was grazing, but she got away with it. Dern was definitely more aggressive. She landed the more striking that was damaging. I mean, her face is beat up too, but I think Virna's face is worse. And she was so active off her back with those strikes. If that worked for Volkov, I could see it working for her here. Distance strikes, 85-63, Dern. 18-2, significant clinch strikes, Dern. 17-20, significant ground strikes, Virna. 9 of 17 takedowns landed for Jandiroba, 2 of 8 for Dern. Yeah, those numbers say something a little bit different, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see here what happens. Who will be the new strawweight champion of the UFC? (48-47), 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision. And you. They just pointed the camera directly at Dern. Mackenzie Dern gets the win. New UFC strawweight champion, Mackenzie Dern. She wins the vacant title. You know the UFC is happy about that. Dern is emotional, drops to her knees and starts crying. That's awesome. I mean, listen, that's a tough fight to call. I can see what they're saying about all the significant strikes. I can see what they're saying about, you know, the damage, the aggression. So, you know, after those first 3 rounds, I was just thinking Jandiroba took her down a lot. But again, they brought up that point about Volkov winning off his back too. And that makes a lot of sense. So, you know, I think it's just a tough fight to call. But Dern deserves it for sure. That's who I wanted to win. So that works and you know, that works for me. Her eye is so nasty though. Holy shit. That mouse under her eye is huge. She's never lost a fight when her daughter's been in the crowd, which is crazy. And that continues now. She's saying that she's glad that the judges can see the difference between when someone is stalling and when they're actually doing damage. So the takedowns didn't seem to make that big of a difference when it came to that, because Virna just seemed to be stalling more than anything. That makes a lot of sense too. DC just asked if part of the game plan was letting her take her down because she could do the damage from the ground. She said she thought she could let loose on the striking because she could do what she does on the ground. Now her daughter's in the cage. That's awesome. She's going to give her daughter the belt. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's good shit. That's what I like to see. I mean, not that Virna wouldn't have deserved it if she won, but wow. Okay. Mackenzie Dern with the win. The new strawweight UFC champion. Well, that's it for that. I'm gonna take a quick break, so I need to plug in my phone, which I just noticed is running low on battery. So let me do that. Luckily, I have a pass through here that started charging. Okay, cool. Don't go anywhere, anybody. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need a bathroom break before the main event, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the be right back screen on for YouTube, and I will face the TikTok camera to that screen as well. Let me get it there. All right, be right back. And we're back. Oh, this dumb fuck is back. She has embraced MMA memes with saying that she doesn't speak Portuguese. Her father's Brazilian legend. I got 2018 Jandiroba. Everything's catching up now, huh? Great pods. First time I ever watched you, man. It won't be the last. Very informative. Can't say nothing bad about it. I appreciate it. It's evident, though, that you know a lot about fights. Oh, thanks, Roger. I appreciate that. It's nice to know when people, like, recognize something and what I'm doing here. You know, like I said, if you don't like it, you can just move on. But if you do, thanks for the nice words. You don't have to say them, but I appreciate them. We got one more fight left. The main event, Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. We'll see how far this goes. You know, Tom Aspinall's known for not letting fights go too long. His longest fight so far in the UFC has been 6 minutes. That was with Andrei Arlovsky. So we'll see how quickly he can get Cyril Gane out of there. We know that Jon Jones took him out in like, what, 2 minutes and 15 seconds or some shit like that. Actually, I want to check on that because I don't remember specifically. Let me find that fight. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. 2 minutes and 4 seconds is how fast Jon Jones got the guillotine choke to win against Cyril Gane when he fought him. Since then, Cyril Gane has beat Sergey Spivak by TKO in the second round, and then Alexander Volkov by split decision, whichever one thought that Volkov won that fight. So yeah, we are looking at Tom Aspinall. I don't know that he cares about getting it done as quickly as Jon Jones did, but you know he's going to get some backlash if he doesn't. Either way, he's just looking to defend that title for the first time now that he's undisputed heavyweight champion. Since Jon Jones decided to retire, even though I think he's back again already, he's looking to fight on that White House main card. But we'll see what happens with that. As far as Tom Aspinall goes, he is has one loss in the UFC, and that's just that knee injury that he suffered against Curtis Blades, where he came back and beat Marcin Tybura, got the interim championship against Sergey Pavlovich, and then defended it against Blades and got that loss, revenge of that loss. His last 3 fights have been performance of the night bonuses for him, where he beat Tybura a minute and 13 seconds into the first round, beat Pavlovich a minute and 9 seconds into the first round, and beat Curtis Blades a minute into the first round. He's progressively gotten faster since that loss. Before that loss, he beat Volkov in 3 minutes and 45 seconds of the first round, which was also a performance of the night bonus. Sergey Spivak, he beat 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the first round, also a performance of the night bonus. And then Andrei Arlovsky, a minute and 9 seconds into the second round, and he got a performance bonus there. Only one of his UFC fights, he has not gotten a bonus. Sorry about that, TikTok. I'm like bumping my mic, but I have an itch. Okay. So, only one of his UFC fights have not been a performance bonus, or only 2. One which was his loss because of the injury, and the other was just a TKO win in the first round against Alan Boudel. Not sure why he didn't get the performance bonus there. There might have been some other better fights on that card. So, yes, Tom Aspinall doesn't go very far when into the rounds. We haven't really seen him outside of the first or outside of the second round even. Barely made it a minute and some seconds into the second round against Arlovsky. Every other fight has been a finish in the first round, even if he lost. So, haven't seen a whole lot from him. We'll see how it goes. Tony Spar, hi, I haven't been here for a long time, but I still don't know how much English, but how are you? Oh, I'm good, man. Appreciate you for jumping in, even though, you know, English may not be your first language. Thanks for jumping in and saying hi. Appreciate the interaction, and thanks for the kind words. Cyril Gane's making his way out to the cage. Grab myself some snacks because I've been in here for a minute and been doing nothing but drinking. So get a little snack in the stomach. Cyril Gane is a very athletic heavyweight. So is Tom Aspinall, though. So this should be a good matchup. I feel like it's going to be an entertaining fight, regardless of how long it goes or how short it goes. I hope that they don't just stalemate it and wind up just circling each other in the cage. That would suck. We've seen shit like that happen, though. Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero, to name one. But we've seen it a lot in the past, so you never know what can happen. But I feel like Tom Aspinall is just ready to show and prove why he is the undisputed heavyweight champion, even though he hasn't fought Jon Jones. A lot of the haters are going to continue to say, you know, that he got handed the belt or whatever, but that happened with a lot of people. And then, you know, they go on to show why they're really good at what they do and why they deserve to have the title. Merab gets the title. And what's happening here? They're like, he doesn't have his mouth guard or his cup. What's happening here? Oh, okay. I guess they're good. Anyway, Cyril Gane's super athletic. He moves fast. He has a weird welt on his pec on his left side, which I know people were talking about. I don't think it's staph because it doesn't look like a hole, but it's like almost like looks like a bug bite from what I just saw. But at the same time, it's been there for a couple days because I saw some posts about it earlier. But I mean, who knows? That shouldn't be a hindrance on him for the most part. Hopefully, we'll see what happens, what they say about it after the fight's over if he loses. What else? I mean, Tom Aspinall is super athletic as well. He's very fast for a heavyweight. He's got really good hands. He can submit. He's good all around. So, you know, this could be a very interesting fight. Tom Aspinall is not Jon Jones, so some might say he's better. Some might say he's not as good. So we'll see if he can, if it matters even to him, whether he finishes him quicker than Jon Jones did, 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the first round, or if he just is methodical about it, uses all of his strengths, and is able to, you know, just put on a good show and dominate Cyril Gane and get him out of there quickly in the first round, second round. Who gives a shit? As long as he wins, it solidifies his undisputed title. And, you know, yeah. He's got the custom shorts that don't have any gold on it or black, which is strange. I think it looks weird with that top that he has on. He always wears the tighter, like, shorts, so it looks a little even more strange. I don't get the pattern, obviously, honestly. Like, sure, incorporate that into it, but maybe it should be a little more black and gold. Looks a little weird. Either way, who cares about what he's wearing? Because he's here to fight and, you know, see how quickly he can dispatch of Cyril Gane. He looks locked in. He looks ready to go. Making his way to the cage. I hope these shorts aren't a curse, because we've seen that happen with some of these champions. Man, I hope that these guys are not coming in here with any injuries. I hope that this is just a clean fight. I hope it's a decisive win for one way or the other. I just don't want any of that controversy bullshit that usually happens. I'm hoping for a good fight. If it ends early, great. If it doesn't, at least let it be good all the way through. I hope that they don't just like stalemate each other, like I said, and wind up looking like NPCs standing on each side of the cage, not doing anything, because that kind of shit has happened before. You know, there's a lot of aspects of this fight that are questionable. And, I've seen a lot of people on the side of Cyril Gane, even though they downed on him and shit on him after the loss to Jon Jones, saying that he was fraud checked, saying that he wasn't worth the shit, that how do you put a performance like that and get finished so quickly, blah, 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 blah. But, if you think Jon Jones is a GOAT, that's why. So why are you going to complain about Cyril Gane and how bad he is when he met the GOAT? That's what should happen, right? But I don't know. Here's your breakdown. When it comes down to it, I feel like this should be a good fight. Cyril Gane is the number one contender in the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall is the current champion, undisputed, taking over for Jon Jones when he retired and vacated. So Aspinall was the interim champ, defended it once even. So he is now here to be decisive about the fact that he is the undisputed champion and defend for the first time. So we'll see how that goes for him. I'm hoping it's a great fight. I'm hoping it's entertaining. And with Aspinall's record of not getting past the first round on most fights and Cyril Gane's athleticism and good striking, we should have a good fight here. So here we go. Getting ready to get started. Bruce Bell for making the introductions. And yeah, ready to get started here. Final fight, main event of UFC 321. Thanks for everybody that's been here throughout the whole time. Thanks for anybody who's just jumped in. Make sure you hit the like button at the bottom. Close out that chat real quick and hit that like button. Come back to the chat and interact with me. Get these stupid bots out of here. My chat has been acting up for me, not for you, but for me. So I can't block them at the moment, which is annoying. So get the chat going and say hi. Tell me what your pick is for this fight. Tell me what you think about this fight. And just get everything going. If you're on TikTok, throw some likes in there as well. Give me some hearts or whatever. And tell me your thoughts on this fight and who you're picking as well. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me everywhere. And make sure that you have that notification bell on YouTube as well. Alistair Nelson subscribed to my channel. Thank you for that, Alistair. I appreciate it. Anybody else who's new here, I would appreciate that as well. If you subscribed, just make sure you like the video if nothing else. Just waiting for these introductions to be done. Just saying what up, going back to sleep. Oh, thanks, Infinity. I appreciate you. Must have been working, I assume. Man, these are some long introductions. Sorry for the downtime, but there's not much to say. I've already gone over everything. I'm just waiting for this fight to start. I haven't really had much to eat, just been drinking some drinks. So I'm having a little snack at the moment. Hope you don't mind. I really do not like Tom Aspinall shorts, though. I wish they would have came up with something better. All right, here we go. About to get going. UFC 321 main event. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. About to get started here. Glove touch at the beginning. Getting ready for the referee to start this fight. Here we go. Can Tom Aspinall get it done quickly? Can he defend his title for the first time? Or will Cyril Gane take it from him? Here's the start. Some exchanges quickly. Aspinall with the body kick. Both moving forward quickly. Ooh, Aspinall going after him. Cyril Gane threw some quick leg kicks in the middle there, tried for an elbow. Kicks coming from Gane. Ooh, high kick from Aspinall. Gets defended though. Leg kicks from from Aspinall. Outside leg kicks. Some feints going on from Aspinall here. Cyril Gane hitting for the body. 1 minute down. Aspinall goes for the takedown. Cyril defends. And they're back to the middle of the cage. Head kick again from Aspinall, partially blocked. Cyril Gane bouncing on his toes. Aspinall just kind of moving forward. Threatening with that leg. Ooh, almost threw another head kick, but didn't. Cyril Gane throwing some jabs out there. Cyril Gane with a quick jab. Aspinall with a good combination in there and a body kick followed up. Oh, Cyril looked like he might have got caught by something, but maybe just off balance. He looks okay. We're into 2 minutes of this first round already. Aspinall's nose looks a little bloodied up. It's red for sure. Looks like there might be some blood coming out of it. Some feeling out going on here. Oh, Aspinall with a quick right. Good outside leg kicks by Aspinall. Aspinall throwing some combinations, not really landing just yet. Cyril Gane circling good. Just threw in a good right hand. Inside leg kick for Cyril. A minute 55 left in the first round. Shit, we might get out of this first round right away. Which, I mean, a lot of people complain about not seeing a lot from Tom Aspinall, so maybe it's a good thing. But everyone else is just going to talk shit about how he didn't get it done as fast as Jon Jones. Cyril Gane landed a good jab there a minute ago with an inside leg kick followed up. Aspinall's laughing up the fact that he tried a spinning back fist, didn't really follow through. Cyril kind of patted him on the head. Ooh, good jab by Cyril Gane. Oh, Aspinall's bloodied up in the nose. He's got caught with that jab a couple times. Cyril looks like he's nice and confident and calm, cool, collective. Oh, good leg kick by Aspinall. 50 seconds left of the first round. Good right hand by Aspinall. Oh. Oh, it's eye poke by Cyril Gane. Somebody's spamming with some emojis in the chat. I appreciate that. And YouTube, by the way. Cyril Gane put his hand out there and poked Aspinall in the eye as he tried to throw a leg kick. Aspinall followed up with a quick little left hook. Didn't really land, but he got poked in the eye in the process. So, oh, it did land a little bit. Little grazing left hook. Yeah, that was a legit poke, but looking at the slow-mo replay. Aspinall's nose is bloodied the fuck up, though. Holy shit. I can't believe how much blood is going on. I wonder if he had an issue with his nose in training. But they were saying on the broadcast that, you know, nobody's really opened him up like that or put any damage on him like that before. So a lot more to come. We got 40. We're almost a minute into the official timeout here after the eye poke. You never want to see that, because then if Cyril Gane wins, they're going to say, oh, he won because of the eye poke. And of course, it's a built-in excuse for the person that loses if they got eye poked. It's just sad to see that this happens in the first round of all times. And we can't have this end this way with, yeah, don't say I can't see. Fuck. This is not what we wanted to see. He's really struggling, but he's got 5 minutes. He's only a minute and a half in. So take the 5 minutes. Don't say you can't see. Just fucking, take the time. But yeah, that was a legit eye poke. Man, that sucks, dude. Especially in the fucking first round. That is not what we want to see. The broadcast is talking about possibly a point being taken. Yeah, we can't end this fight like this. God damn it, Tom. Wait till the 5 minutes are up, though. Don't fucking call this before those 5 minutes are up. You have 5 minutes. Let it run. The doctor said he's not concerned about the eyeball itself, that it looked fine. And he said to give him the time. We're only halfway through the 5 minutes. But this is unfortunate. This is the kind of shit we hate to see. I mean, he's wincing in pain when they're touching his eye, so that's not good. No. They're saying no contest, unintentional. We can't end this fight right now. This will be fucking horrible. Let's not do this. Yeah, let him have his time. He fucking fingered me right in my eyeball, mate. Is what he just said. Fuck. He can't open his eye. 3 minutes and 50 seconds into the 5 minutes. We got a minute left. This is not looking good. Son of a bitch. This is a horrible way to fucking end this fight. They fucking ended the fight. Oh, no. Oh, no. That just put this event in the fucking toilet. This is garbage. No contest, which means Tom Aspinall retains the title. This is just a shit show. Cyril's pissed off, of course, but listen, man, don't have your fingers extended when you're fucking throwing. Like, I know it's hard, but holy shit. This is such a fucking problem in the UFC. What happened? Cyril Gane poked Tom Aspinall in the eye as he reached out like this, poked him right in the eye. I mean, it was real evident in the slow-mo replay. His finger went in his eye. I mean, it wasn't the worst we've ever seen, but Aspinall can't even open his eye. So sometimes it happens where it doesn't look that bad, but it is that bad. And so they gave him over 4 minutes and they just called the fight because he can't even open his eye. So the last like 30, 40 seconds that he had left wouldn't have made a difference. So no contest. Eye poke, not, it wasn't on purpose. So it's a no contest, and Tom Aspinall retains his title. Cyril Gane doesn't get a loss. It's just, fuck, man. It's a horrible way to end this fucking, oh my God. Looks like it scraped the eye, not got in. That's what the chat is saying for the chat that I'm in with Combat Sports today. But it did look pretty bad to me. I mean, it doesn't have to go into the eye to damage the eye. You know what I mean? You can't, if you get poked in the eye, just even on the eyelid pushing in, you don't have a lot there. So I'm not trying to defend. Roger said really disgusting and said, yeah, it sucks. It was accidental though. So like, I mean, I feel like Cyril should definitely be keeping his hands, his fingers closed. So that's his bad. But at the same time, it's like, you know, there's so little there with the eyelid that if you push in, it's gonna fucking hurt regardless. And you know, when you're coming full force and somebody, you know, you're pushing forward, they're pushing forward, and it you know, pushes together, it's a problem, man, and it sucks. And I don't blame Tom Aspinall if he can't see and can't open his eye. It is what it is. He's not the type of dude to just try to bow out of a fight. It was still early. Just because his nose is leaking doesn't mean that he's fucking, you know, trying to get out of something that he was losing. It's just an unfortunate accident. It sucks. But that's the way shit lands sometimes. It's horrible. We wanted to see a great fight, and unfortunately, the people in the stands are worse off than we are because they don't get to see a fight that they were sitting there and paid a lot of money to see. Aspinall's pissed, saying, "What am I supposed to fucking do about it? I'm not the one that poked me in the eye." He's all, "I can't fucking see." He's pissed. He said they're showing an extreme close-up right now. His eye was, he got like 2 fingers in the eye. Oh, it even got the other eye. Holy shit. He basically pushed 2 fingers into both of his eyes. Oh, man. This is horrible, man. That fucking sucks. Well, that's the way shit goes sometimes, man. It fucking sucks, and I feel bad for Tom, but I feel bad for Cyril too. I mean, yes, he should be keeping his fingers closed. They're talking to Cyril Gane now too. He's emotional. He has a bit of a cut on the inside of his nose right here. Let's see what he says. He's apologizing. When a footballer enter MMA, he start acting. He know what it is difficult to finish Gone, so he started acting. Okay. Gone is a cheater. I don't think it was intentional, guys. Honestly, I understand where you're coming from. That's just what people say all the time. I don't think. If you look at that close-up replay, slow-mo, I mean, yeah, you can't say shit about Aspinall acting. That was fucking legit. But I don't think that Gane did it on purpose. I just feel like this is what happens in MMA. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. It sucks all the way around. I understand the frustration from you guys. I don't think Tom was acting whatsoever, but I also don't think Cyril Gane did it on purpose. So he doesn't have a record of doing stuff like that, kind of like Jon Jones has done it quite a bit. It's just a shame, man. It was a bad eye poke, and he just couldn't keep going. So it is what it is. I'm sorry it had to end that way. I'm upset by it. I mean, the main event started off the main card started off so good. Leading into it, we had a crazy head kick knockout by Killian Sell killed over Nasrat Haqparast. And then we had that KO win in the first fight of the main card. So it is what it is, guys. It is a bummer. It sucks. I don't think anybody's a cheater, and I don't think anybody's an actor. I don't think he's pretending. It's just a unfortunate situation. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you to everybody on TikTok that tuned in, showed me some love and some likes. I appreciate it. It's the first time I've done it. We'll do it again in the future. So come back. Watch out for all of my posts on TikTok. I do a lot of edits and I do a lot of other stuff on TikTok, so go check it out. If you're on YouTube, go follow my TikTok and follow all the rest of my social medias. That's it for me. The head kick was dope. The Unforgiven, I appreciate that. If you guys are here, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. But if nothing else, please drop a like in there for me on this. Thank you all for the interaction. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Come back tomorrow for the recap of everything that happened today and any other combat sports news. That's it for me. I'm out of here. Take it easy. Peace.